Okay, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm about to share it. Wait a minute.
Okay.
I need to turn this down a skosh. There we go. Are your headphones loud enough?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to share it and I'll tag you in it and then you can share that.
Good. So I'll come more.
I mean, if you follow my page, it should show up.
Yeah, if you tag me in it, it should do it. What you usually do. Send out a couple more invites for the show.
Boom. Shared. All right. Did you get tagged?
Let me see. There we
go. You got tagged?
It didn't tag me, but I got it.
What do you mean? I literally tagged you. It's like right there. I'm looking. Okay. I'm looking at you tagged. Also, I need to send you a link for the chat. Oh, hey Zed. Of course, Zed isn't. Yeah, listen, Zed refuses to miss a stream because she had like a stream. What do you call it? A stream streak of like 100 and something. And she missed a stream that I streamed from my phone, and it dropped down to 0. So she's like, "Yeah, screw that."
Well, we appreciate you.
What do you mean we, dog? What you mean we?
Well, he appreciates you.
Let me hit go live over here. And then I got to send you a link for Why isn't it letting me sign in? Oh, there we go. Now I can log in.
I like this track.
TG made this.
Who?
TG.
Really?
Yeah.
This is dope.
All right, I'm gonna send you a link, and well, first I'm gonna send it to myself. And if you click it, it'll take you to the universal chat.
Okay.
If I can find. I just sent it to myself. All right. I'll send it to you. It should work.
Okay.
Did it work?
Wants me to log in.
Oh, dang it. All right, never mind. What's up, Raven? How's it going, man?
Whatever. We don't need it. You can always tell me what people say.
Yeah.
What's up, Raven?
You're right. I guess I could just inform you.
People
Informer.
right. Absolutely.
Lick it, boom, boom, down.
That song always cracks me up.
It's a weird song.
Well, he's Canadian. That's the funny thing.
Yeah. Well, a lot of Canadians speak with a Jamaican accent.
I know, but still, you know, like when the song came out, everybody was like, "Who is this guy?" And then they show him, it was like, "What?" You know,
he was freaking Canadian.
Yeah, that was big when we were kids, for sure.
All right, dude, this new switcher I got is so freaking fire. I'm in love with it. I can do cool stuff like that.
Yeah, that's dope, dude.
I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. Oh, John just messaged me. He said yellow door.
Yellow door. You want me to go get him?
Yeah, go out there.
All right, get him.
All right.
Be right back.
Okay. While he goes and does that, how's everybody doing today? I actually need to grab something real quick. Give me just a moment. Find him. Find him. Did my stuff get delivered? Okay, stop yelling. Okay, sorry about that, peeps. Sorry about that. Oh, Morgan's watching us. What up, Morgan? How are you? Why are you stomping? Hey, what up, Morg? How's it going? John's behind me, entering. I never seen somebody take so long to take their shoes off.
Literally had it. Nope, not here, bro.
Oh, lit.
Oh, yeah. I was like, no, not here.
I'm sure he wasn't going to just roll up in here with it.
Get in his mouth. Okay.
Are you back from your trip or no? Are they knee-high boots or what's going on? Come on in, have a seat, have a sit down. All right. Derek, did you just say you're fine?
Yeah.
Oh. I was like, I thought Derek was like, oh, you're fine. Oh, careful when you sit down. Oh. Where did my dog go? Hang on, you got to sit back so I can adjust the mic. Hold on.
Oh, nice. Yeah, very nice. I don't know if I've ever heard my voice through a microphone back to me like this. Hell yeah. Heck yeah.
It takes a little bit of getting used to.
It does. Oh, there we go.
Derek, why do you have so much stuff in your chair?
Because I got all my vapes and stuff.
Come on.
Okay, first of all, Derek, you're gonna have to learn to talk into the microphone.
I got all my vapes and stuff.
You can raise it up a little bit or whatever you need to do. Bring it close to your face, bro.
I just want to
Can
make
you
sure
hear me now?
You see how close to my mic is to my face?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
There you go.
Now you can hear me.
The lo-fi is so
TG made this.
nice.
You know TG, right?
Yeah.
He made this.
Okay.
He made this one and
That's fair.
he made this one as well.
Ooh. Thaiger setting the mood. Hello.
TG's nice with it. Like he's definitely.
I mean, what I hear, delicious.
All right. Down just a skosh.
Thanks for being patient, guys.
It's all good.
Yeah, whatever.
Dude,
Whatever. Screw being patient. No, I'm joking.
appreciate you. Oh, for real.
Yeah, check that out.
Isn't that dope?
All right, get it all out of your system because you can't spend the whole thing staring at that monitor.
All right, so
Like,
camera, you
trying to fix myself.
I mean, if
You
we're
guys?
if we're talking, you look at me.
Yeah, that's right.
If you're addressing like the chat directly, then you would look at the camera.
Chat directly. Got
Yeah,
it.
but
Cool.
if we're talking, you would look at me.
You would hope. You would hope.
I would hope so. I
Yeah.
would hope so. Some people don't.
I
You'd be
got that.
surprised. I've had people. Let me put my other ear back in. There we go. Now we're having a pod.
That's right.
I've.
Oh shit! That was you, not us.
Now we're having a
No,
pod.
that was the apartment.
Now we're having a pod.
Luckily, it didn't break anything. I've had pods and people have come on and like the entire time because so my setup used to be different when I was in my other apartment. There used to be a table over there, like a desk with two chairs. So people would come over and I'd have a laptop over there so they could see the chat. People would come over and literally just stare at the laptop like the whole time. They'd be talking like this.
Yeah.
You know who still does it?
Who?
Do you remember Gonzo?
I don't think
He's
so.
always on my birthday podcast.
I think I slightly remember.
Gonzo, whenever I would have a monitor,
Mm-hmm.
he would stare at that monitor. He would look at himself. He's gotten better at it, but what's up, John?
So good. I forgot my drink.
Oh, I'll grab it. Oh, you need to bring that mic closer to you.
Yeah.
as well.
I was real loud at first, so I just want to make sure. But yeah,
Is it too loud? Because
no, I'm great. This is perfect.
so
It's perfect.
if it's loud, that's how you want it to sound.
Yeah.
Here, I'll grab it for you.
And make
Yeah, 'cause
sure,
I
no,
kinda
I'll
mumbling.
do
Thank
it.
you.
I'll do it because I don't want you freaking walking around
No.
my damn.
Hey, I'm sitting still. That's why I said something because I was like, "Hey, bro, I know you don't want me getting up right now." Yo.
Damn, look at these hamster guys.
Right? Look at us, dude. Heck yeah.
With all the rings.
I love it. I really do.
Talking shit.
Someone was talking
Bro,
about
what the
my rings the other day.
What the fuck? He just
Don't worry
brings a
about it.
glass.
That's
drink.
right. It's a pod, isn't it?
What the
I want to look.
Tiger, look at this shit.
So nice.
Why are you telling me to look at it? I literally just handed it to him.
Oh, it's delicious too. I hope we get to talk about this.
What is it?
I've been getting into mixology again. I love I was bartending like for a long time when I was in college and shit. And I just love it. I love making shit taste good. And this is some anejo. Really good shit. Like vanilla, hints of charcoal.
Look, you gotta keep it close to you.
So nice. Yeah, I'm sorry. So we got vanilla. We got hints of charcoal in there. They got honey, a little bit of syrup. All right. But just like a little bit of maple syrup, right? So it's like a take on an old fashioned.
Yeah.
But it's anejo tequila. Dude, it's so. I wish I would have had an orange peel as opposed to a lemon peel, but actually it's kind of a nice zest. And
Derek, why are you laughing?
Because I'm dead. I'm dead. That
You want to try it?
I'll take
It's
it.
hold on. That's a
little sticky 'cause
That's a really weird
it's out there
reaction
now.
to just sit there laughing like he's doing stand-up comedy.
Dead ass.
I'm laughing.
Like
This is what I'd be doing.
That's
He's
good.
he's confused that I have so many weird personalities.
Yeah, but it's like you're sitting there and there's something you're passionate about.
Thank you.
And you're telling him about it. And he's just like laughing, like you're telling him a knock joke, dude.
I'm laughing because he literally just pulls up and has a
Pulls
full
up.
glass.
Yeah.
of
You
just
should
like-
probably say
look at
that
this.
instead of just
That's
laughing in his
beautiful.
face about the thing that he's passionate about.
That's kind of a pimp shit though.
Thank
He's
you.
just like here. I thought he was gonna say he's got like like a Red Bull or like a White Claw. No, this motherfucker literally has.
I mean, no matter what.
full-ass
Okay,
drink.
First of all, hold on. It's
Bought it from
not.
home.
It's,
I bought it from
it's
home.
not 10 o'clock yet, so we can't curse as much.
Oh, I heard.
Oh
Because
yeah,
I got some youngsters that watch my
my bad.
Youngsters.
my stream. Zed is
Yes,
Zed's
dude.
14.
Oh,
All right,
shit.
Zed.
She's not 14.
Oh,
But she started watching when she was like 13 or 14, and that was years ago.
yeah.
So I've been calling her 14 that entire time.
I think
That was
she's
tasty.
forever 14.
Yeah,
That's
she's
the
forever
idea,
14.
yeah.
At this point, she's not going to be anything but 14. If she's going to be at her wedding, and I'm going to be like, this dude is marrying a 14-year-old.
Exactly. Correct. I just got done telling my little brother yesterday that he's forever like 3 years old, pudgy, and like a terrible haircut. And I was
That's
like,
how it
"Bro, I'm
goes.
sorry.
That's how it goes.
I don't make the rules.
That's how it goes. Yeah. We don't make the rules.
I
That's
don't
just
make
what
the
it is. It is what it is.
Right.
If y'all, the Guadana just got delivered.
That was nice.
It's here.
If y'all want to share the stream, I tagged you. I tagged you in a post.
Please, I would love to.
I don't know if you got notified that I tagged you because Derek said he didn't, but
Tiger, can I be honest? I definitely get these notifications. I'm awful at looking at my phone, especially when I'm like locked in. The painting.
Here's
which I
the
was
thing.
Painting all day today.
not looking at your phone is actually good.
Thank you. I try to
So-
stay in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's sometimes it's kind of hard because there's so much going on. So we're just like trying to stay.
Derek, you're staring at the monitor.
Ooh.
You're supposed to look at me.
I know another thing.
John, you were
doing
doing it a second ago too.
My bad.
No, it's gonna be bad because yeah,
I know it looks cool,
You know.
especially that one.
yeah.
I know it looks cool,
it
but
does look cool.
I'm gonna need y'all. up here. I'm up here.
I got
I'm
you.
up here.
I'm up here. My eyes are here. Chat with the boys.
Until he gets off his phone.
So, Mr. John, good
Yes,
to
sir.
see you in real life.
Thank
Good
you. It's good to see you as well.
What have you been up to, man? I talk to Derek all the time.
Yeah.
Of course, the chat.
yeah.
The chat never sees Derek, so I should probably ask him as
Derek.
well. But I'll get to you in a second, Mr. John in real life.
Thank you. Yeah.
What have you been up to?
And we're gonna spin later too. Okay. So what have I been up to? Honestly, I was very happy with my beginning of 2025.
Mhm.
I took January off from like performing. I had like 1 or 2 sets, one at Bird's Nest, and maybe 1 or 2 other ones. But it was nice to refresh.
I feel that.
And I'm going through a lot of DIY, as you guys know.
Yeah, you're
at
doing
home
your
right
you're
now.
doing your basement right now, right?
Yeah.
Which is why you showed up so late.
so
So
late,
late.
covered in paint, by the way. All right, Derek can probably smell me over there because I didn't shower.
He was as late as can be.
I'm always late.
You were late. You
was
were
bad.
like John Doe late today.
Yeah, yeah, man. Because I'm the perpetual 5 minutes late type. You know what I mean? But if this happened, it's because something actually happened. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. I dig it.
I can't hit it on because I'm always late.
You know what?
5 minutes.
I am typically not a late person.
Yeah, I know.
Typically.
You see if like
but that doesn't mean I'm always on time. Okay. I'm not saying that I'm punctual, but I typically, the thing about me is I don't like to rush.
Yeah.
So I figure if I leave early and get there early, I don't have to rush to do anything. Yeah. Especially now, I'll be late for like if we're like, oh, we're going to the metro parks. Yeah. We're all meeting up at 5:00. Yeah. I might get there like 5:15, something like that. But if it's like especially a gig, I don't like rushing to set up.
No.
Yeah. So I'll show up like an hour early. Like if I'm headlining a club and I go on at 12, right? 12 to 2. I'll show up at like 10:30, 11. Just because, and quit blowing smoke into my freaking mic sponge, man.
I know, I keep forgetting.
I'll show up like 10:30 or 11 just because I don't like to try to rush. Of course, I come from the days when you had to set up a Serato box.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You had to set up a Serato box. So
That's
it was like, it was like you had to run RCAs and all types of stuff. And even like the early days of CDJs, like if you were a Serato guy, the DVS wasn't the thing. So you had to plug in SD cards with the Serato time code on it. And
that's why.
Yeah.
We got it so easy now.
Dude, I'm so spoiled. Easy. I know I'm spoiled. I know I'm spoiled.
It's so easy. So you know how like if you're online at all, you see like there's always jokes about DJs.
Yeah.
There's always jokes about being a DJ. The reason why there's so many jokes and why we're in a sense sometimes a laughing stock is because it's so easy to get into it nowadays.
It is.
It's way easy to get into it.
The price of admission is.
And we're freaking trying to find ways to make it easier. And I'm like, why, dude? It's already easy as hell.
You ain't lying.
Like you literally, all you got to do is show up with a flash drive and do your thing. You know what I mean? And there's people that are trying to make it even easier. And it's like, crap, like what? We're working on AI to like, so you just show up?
Yeah, exactly. You show up, you don't do anything. It's going to be an automatic DJ. And they're going to tell you exactly what you should play next.
I hope it gets nipped in the bud before that happens, to be honest.
I do, man. I really do.
Actually, recently I just saw like how easy it is when it comes to the AI thing. My buddy was like, hey, tell me this, tell me that. And he made a track.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
there's like AI production suites now.
What the fuck? Like this is crazy.
Nah,
I mean, you can
I'm gonna have to start censoring Derek.
Do
it.
I keep forgetting. I know I have a potty mouth. We know this.
Can I say something real quick?
Go for it.
If I tell you what, I think that with anything when the tools are available, I think there will be people that will use them and people that won't. Right? I think if you use an AI, right, there's ways that you could do it and it be a tool, right? For instance, maybe you use it to get a reference track, right, or use it to maybe get some new ideas. But if you take something, right, and you're like, I want 130 BPM, right, G sharp major, I want 2 drops, whatever it may be, right, and put all this in, right, and it creates it for you. At that point, who made the track, right, and where's the soul?
Right.
In that track.
Absolutely.
Because like, I don't know about you guys, but thank you. But I don't know you guys, but I do know you guys. I know you guys decently well. And I know you guys both play with your soul and play with your heart, and that means a lot to me.
For sure.
And when I'm producing, I feel the same way. So it's like, okay, you can do that if you want to, right? And maybe you actually do gain some traction with it, but eventually sometime, right, you're gonna have to put up or shut up. And you're not going to have those skills. And so, maybe it's a big record label. Maybe they want to see you do something on the spot or whatever it may be, right? But we all know that at the end of the day, like the best way to get good at this is to get good and practice your skills.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I don't inherently have a problem with AI. And even on the production side, like I don't think it's a problem to say, okay, this is the track that this is the idea that I'm trying to come up with, right? And AI makes a track. Now, if you take that and use it as a template and then you start inserting your own ideas and your own sounds and things like that, I'm totally fine with that. Dude, I learned how to produce a lot of stuff as far as like electronically with a DAW, because I used to use hardware. I mean, you see, I got MPCs around and stuff like that.
That's
As far as using a DAW, I would just get templates, and then I would take the template and then start rearranging stuff and see like how they did stuff, and then put my own stuff in there and change stuff. So I don't have a problem with that. If you just use AI, make a song, and then you using AI to make a song and releasing it is the same as people taking compliments on like the AI portraits of themselves.
Yeah.
Remember when people were
absolutely.
remember when people were doing that? They were doing like the AI portrait, and then people were like, oh my God, this looks so amazing. They're like, oh, thank you. It's like, dog, that's not you.
Yeah, facts,
what did you do?
Facts.
It's not even you. It's not even a picture
of you at all.
Well, the thing is, like when I actually heard like when the tracks were made, you know, from us as being people that are involved in the music industry, we could tell that it's AI made. But
yeah,
you know,
kind of. Sometimes it'll get you though.
Yeah, because like you know, I feel like us as a community, because I feel like that the community, like we have a respect of like the music. Not everybody, but the majority do.
You would hope.
Of like care about like how
I
things
would
are
hope.
formed.
I would definitely hope.
Yeah, but we know there's people out there. Come on,
of course.
Yeah,
but
that's every industry.
Yeah.
And so like actually hearing it back, I'm looking at it, I'm like, I could totally tell that this is AI made. But now the general population would be like, oh no, that's dope. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll say this, I can't.
You can't tell.
Bro.
So there's, I've heard some AI tracks, and I've been told after the fact. I don't even. But then again, I don't even try because I don't want to be so like. Obviously, if it's glaringly obvious, that's one thing. Yeah. But I don't listen to music to be like a freaking robot made this, because I don't want to be that cynical.
True. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
To me, that's the same thing as being at a show and enjoying the show and then being like, is that person even DJing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's times that I know that they're not. I've went to see some people, and I'm not going to say their names because I don't get into internet drama.
Nice. Yeah,
I've went to see some big names at some venues downtown. Also, another thing we don't do here is we don't mention venue names.
Catch you. Right.
We don't do that.
We don't put anything on blast.
I was at a venue that, let's just say the venue doesn't move backwards.
Heard.
Right. And there was someone DJing, a big name, and the visuals synced up perfectly with what they were doing. Now here's the thing. Last night we saw what's his name's girlfriend?
Who?
Are you talking about Brian Blackbird?
No.
That's what I thought.
No. A big name bass DJ. His girlfriend did a show at a spot. We're not saying names.
Nope, I got you. I was just
okay.
Yep.
So her visuals synced up perfectly with her DJing, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Her visual guy, I looked at him, and he was doing everything.
Boy was busted. Heck
he was doing everything in real time.
Yeah. Shout out to VJs.
So I'm like,
for real.
Yeah, for sure.
Real.
So I was like, okay. She's DJing. You know what I mean?
That's right.
She's doing her thing. She's playing tracks. She's mixing tracks. At the same time, he's doing his job.
Yeah.
He's doing the visual thing. Now, this big name person, I was at the visual booth.
Yeah.
Right? Everything is synced up. Everything was synced up to the point that the lyrics were on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
And I look at the visual guy, and he ain't doing
shit.
Just twiddling
nothing.
He's
not doing nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
Well, I feel like that, you know, especially like, you know, to me that's understandable because I've seen it multiple times.
Jennifer's in the chat. She said, "Not me."
Yeah.
No, not
sorry,
you, Jen.
She said who it was, and it was like, not me.
Sorry,
Jen. Jen the goat for real. No,
but when we think of boyfriends, girlfriends, we think of Jen.
I do.
And you've been killing it, Jen. You've been killing it.
For real.
We're proud of you.
For real. Anyone who plays one of the floor is cool to me.
She does really good.
I haven't heard her. I'm not saying I haven't heard her in the sense of when people are like, I don't even use TikTok. No, I haven't heard her. I haven't had the chance to be out. Yeah, I haven't had a chance.
She does really good. Like I was really impressed. Multiple times I've seen her.
Okay, calm down, sir. DJ Raven said the
Oh, so you got me cussing
calm
now.
down, calm
Oh,
down.
man.
You got me cussing now.
Nah, she's
I don't
cool.
got you cursing. You got you cursing.
Yeah, I know. I have a
Jay.
bad mouth.
What did Raven say? I want to hear.
Raven said the VJs don't get enough credit.
Nah, for
Correct.
real.
Facts.
That's what's up. What's up, Ricky? What's going on, man? Cam, Mr. Cameroni DiPrenzio, how are you, sir? Yeah, VJs. I think the visual side of things doesn't get enough credit at all.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that the lighting guy doesn't get enough credit.
Yeah.
I think the visual guy doesn't get enough credit. Dude, at a place that I play, I have to do the visuals and the lighting.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
wild to me.
Yeah.
Every time I see it, it's wild to me.
Yeah. And I'm like, I come out there with 2 laptops and I do it all.
That's
Well-
right. Sorry. Later.
Well, what
But yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
what I was saying is that you know, as being performers ourselves, we definitely see people that play festivals, and we could tell tell that it's a pre-mix. And to me,
Wait a minute. Hold that thought real quick.
Yeah.
Jennifer, it's not that I don't want to. I'm always working. Like,
DJ?
yeah. She said
she's saying about not
she
seeing
said
them.
I need to come out.
She do.
When
do need
when
to
she's
come
playing.
out.
Yeah. No,
For real.
she said Thaiger, you need to come out. So, I mean, I need to come out.
Yeah.
I would love to come out and see you play,
It
but
was nice seeing
I'm
you last
always
night.
I'm always DJing. This is like
yeah.
this is like one of the first times that I've had a weekend off in so long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm always
yeah.
I'm always working.
For real.
There's a
I
lot of
see
people that
you.
feel that way. There's a lot of people
No,
that feel that I don't support them. And I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
dog, like
That's not.
there's no I think a lot of people in the scene don't realize that for me, there's no day job. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
I don't work a 9 to 5
I do be a mumbler.
and then DJ on the weekends. Like DJing is how I pay my bills. So if I'm booked, like I gotta go DJ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I can't be like, oh, you know what? I'll have somebody else cover it and then I'll go see somebody else. I can't do it. But eventually there'll be a time where things will line up and I'll be able to see her play.
Yeah,
exactly.
she's-
And I'm gonna be there with bells on.
She's like I said,
And I'm gonna be judgmental as hell.
You should be. As you should be. As you should be. As you should be.
No, she
No, I'm just playing.
she really has. She's really impressed me because I've seen her get put in situations where she had to play different stuff or played longer and carry it. And you know, that shows, you know, how much you really can handle. Because like, you know, a lot of times we get put things in front of us, you know, what's gonna really happen is when we get put in a situation that we're uncomfortable. And if you're uncomfortable, it's gonna show of how well you
Stop
really
looking
can
at
handle it.
yourself.
I'm not trying
caught
to.
me. Oh,
Sorry, I'm
never mind.
handsome.
I thought you
Oh, you were doing it
dude.
too?
Like I slightly looked down once. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, he's really watching.
Oh my god,
watching.
no!
Yeah.
I was looking
Yeah.
at Derek. He was just
And
he was just
so-
staring at
And
himself.
so, you know, and it really impressed me, you know, because, you know, and, you know, in her defense, you know, of course, people are going to look that because it's Blackbird's girlfriend,
Right.
that she has got this. She has earned it 100% of her skill set of what she's done. She has 100% earned it. She's proven it. Every time I've seen her play, I'm like, damn.
I'll be the judge
I
of
know.
that.
Well, that's my opinion.
I mean, you haven't even earned it yet, so I don't know if you want to talk. So you only kinda.
Yeah, right.
I mean, listen. I only do a Sunday night with you out of convenience. Dog.
Oh,
Like somebody's got to carry the stuff into the
Oh
venues.
my god! I mean, shit. We're about to hit a year on this.
I thought we already
Ooh,
did.
man.
No, we didn't hit a year because I didn't. We started way after my birthday
Yeah.
last time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about a year now.
Shit.
But what I
Is
was,
it? Are you sure about that?
it's close. I'll double check if I look at it, but it's getting close. What I was saying real quick.
Tommy, what's going on, man? How are you, Tommy? I was hoping that you were. I gotta talk
I know,
to
do
you,
you think?
man.
No, do you think? Yeah.
Tommy, I was hoping you were gonna.
Sorry.
I messaged you for you to come out for the birthday podcast, but I don't know if you got it or
yeah,
if
with
you.
that, Tommy. Come on, man.
Tommy is that's one of my longest running friends,
Boy.
and he's the only person I let cut my hair.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn, we should get barbers.
It looks good.
I gotta run.
I know it does.
I gotta run 3 thoughts back real quick. Number
Okay.
one,
Go for it.
Number one, you're right. VJs do not get enough credit, but also I feel like the VJs are low key the new DJs. The new DJs.
Yes.
And I'll explain what I mean by that. I think the VJs now are becoming, like you said, they're working, man. You know what I mean? It's so cool to see that. Like, I think I would like to find a VJ that would want to work with me and would want to like get that connected, that we are like around the point like that. You know what I mean? And hopefully that happens. But
I think that would be an excellent idea, to be honest with you.
But I think they really are coming up, man. And you can see the work, and you can see. I love
it's
visual
hard to
artists
fake
in general because I can't do any of that. I can't paint. I can barely doodle. You know what I mean? So like,
I can't draw to save my life.
Just like on timing, right? It's just like what we do. It's literally exactly what we do.
Yeah.
Derek, stop staring at yourself.
I keep doing it.
I know you do because you're vain.
Why so
Because you're vain, man.
Second thing I gotta bring back real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, man, you work a lot, right? And that's why I took January off this year because I was feeling burnt. Man, at the end of the year last year, I couldn't tell you. There was times I would get up there and DJ, and I swear to God, I'd be like, I don't know what date it is. I don't know, like, really what time it is. But I know my songs. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get through my songs, and then I'll take care of myself later. But getting mad at, man, it's for real. You know it. I feel like you guys more even so than myself sometimes. We're 2-3 shows in a week, and you gotta prep for all of them because again as we talked about before, like this is a respect, man.
This is where I veer a little bit.
Sure,
is I don't prep.
I'm okay with that.
And it's not this isn't a braggadocious thing.
Yeah.
But I don't prep or practice. Okay. What I do is when I'm here and I'm not doing anything, I'm always listening to music.
Okay.
So, but not even in the sense of like I'm going through it. Okay, these are tracks that I might play. I'm just listening to music.
Yeah.
Specifically music that I have that's like in my laptop.
Yeah. Good. Okay.
And all of the crates that I have and all that stuff, I listen to them all the time.
Right.
You know where I get
streaming.
You know where I get a lot of music?
Yeah, go ahead.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Here's a little life hack for y'all.
Yeah.
If you want cool music, multiple genres, but just cool ass music, go to the mall and go to like a H&M.
You wild. That's crazy.
That's crazy. I'm being dead ass, bro. Like a Forever 21.
I want to know where you were going with this. I was like, man, if he says SoundCloud right now, I'm about to
dude, Urban Outfitters. Go to any hip clothing store. Yeah. You're gonna hear something that you haven't heard before.
Yeah, it's gonna trigger you.
Now it's not gonna be an all the time thing, but you're gonna walk into one of them at some point and be like, what the hell is this? And you're gonna Shazam it. And then you're gonna find it and you're gonna get it and it's gonna
I don't know that app.
It's gonna end up it'll end up in your rotation and then you'll start building stuff around that, like other stuff like that.
I hate that app.
So
you hate Shazam? App, not a fan.
So what you do?
I'm a digger. That's the way.
I mean, you see the records. You know I'm a digger, man.
I'm a digger. I work hard for that stuff. And this goes for anybody.
Here's the thing. I don't Shazam when DJs are playing.
Okay.
But if you're in the mall,
okay.
You're not digging.
You know what I mean? I don't have the app on my phone.
Shazam with other DJs going on is kind of rude. It's a little rude.
Yeah.
It's a little rude.
You know what's more rude, Derek? You know what's crazy?
Shazamming in an H&M? No, I'm just
you know what's crazy? Nah, I'll take that all day. Or Zara, bro. I'll tell you Zara. Zara for the house show.
I mean, you could go to your DJ buddy and be like, bro, I like this track. Let me know.
Yeah.
That's why is that so hard, right? Because
that's courtesy.
You know what's crazy?
Jack said use Vine.
You know what's crazy? Perfect. Yeah. You know what's crazy? Going up to a DJ while they're DJing, going up to their booth, looking at the screen that they're working on, picking up a track, going to Spotify, downloading it, saving it, all in front of their face.
Oh, it happens
right in front of their face,
time.
No doubt. And then
all the time.
And then the wildest part is when someone will say, "Oh, thanks, bro." What are you thanking me for? What are you thanking me for?
Yeah.
What are you thanking me? What are you thanking me for? For letting you steal? Just letting you do that and just not saying shit?
I think that's the biggest issue, especially if you don't know the DJ. Like if you're friends with him, it's fine. Like I don't mind like if you come up and like and you're especially
talk about the J. Cole track. Right?
Oh yeah,
like
I still gotta get that.
But you see how I'm not like going over and writing it down.
Oh yeah,
in front of your face,
especially if it's a track that you're really feeling. Then I want you to have it. You know what I mean? Because then you're gonna play it out and you're gonna enjoy it, and the track gets more love.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Yes. But when people like, I don't like swagger jackers. Mm-hmm. I don't like people that sit there and try to swagger
Explain
jacker.
That to me.
Somebody that tries to copy your entire swagger. You know what I mean? Like they sit there, they'll listen to you, they Shazam every track you play, and then they try to mimic what you do. You know what I mean?
We've all had that.
Dog, I've had it so many times over. It's ridiculous, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. I think we live in a copycat industry too. I just think that's how it is. Like now, here's what I'll say. Here's my thing. If you're starting out, man, do your thing. Go to sets, pick up songs. I will give you songs. I don't care. But the issue becomes, because we all went there at one point, we were like seeing DJs and we're like, oh, this is a great song. I want to put this in my set, right? That's what I want to do. There's a difference between doing that, right? And then again, going to someone and literally like taking their entire playlist, writing it down, putting it in your song.
Yeah.
Right? That's different. And I just, again, I'm with you guys, by the way. I have a one song rule, right? So if you come up to me at my set, you're like, bro, this one song in the set, I didn't need it. All good, no problem at all. Totally cool. Even like 2, I'd be okay with, but I think that's a cool rule to be like, all right, this was my favorite song on that set. Would you mind? Or maybe we could trade or something like that, right?
Yeah.
I think that's cool. Number 2, I'm like, man, like if you just go and try to find it yourself, when you find those gems, man, you know what I mean? It feels different, and then you love playing those songs out because you're like, I found this.
That's the thing. That's the thing is that you know there's so many different artists out here. There's so many different DJs, and we're all out here trying to do something. Like, what's going to set us apart? You know what I'm saying? What's
Did you just hit your head on the microphone?
I hit my shoulder.
Oh,
So what's going to set you apart is it putting in the work to find things that people don't know. Like I don't know how many times I've been to like an after party and I share a track with like the homies, like, you know, there's a bunch of DJs, but like, hey, I like this track. This is fire. Yeah. But, you know, I tell them like, you know, right before Nostalgic, I found this really big bass house song and I knew it's going to be fire. It's going to be a huge track. I'm like, here's the deal.
Child abstract.
Like, if you're going to play this track, do not play this track before that show. Like after the show, I don't care. Because I want to release it.
Derek out here putting rules on people.
Well, I mean,
like, listen, here's what's going to happen.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I have a funny thing about that too.
The funny thing is there's actually a video of me playing it at the Vortex where I forgot who I was talking to. I look at somebody and I go, what you know about this? Nothing. And then you see me play it. like,
oh my God.
But the other thing is, at the end of the day, we don't own the tracks.
Right.
Like,
no.
Right.
But the thing is,
and we didn't make them.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for John.
Well, so that was what I was going to go with. That was like, if you want a track, right? You love it, you lyric, go make it, right?
Yeah.
That's a beautiful
thing.
Yeah. It's all free.
I agree
now.
with that.
It's all free now.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
We talking about
just make it.
It's too easy to be a DJ. It's too easy to be a producer, bro.
But the thing,
too much bad music going on.
But the thing is that you don't want to be.
Yeah.
You don't want to be on the same show as somebody that's gonna literally mimic you or play like how you're gonna play. You know what's gonna set us apart is by playing a little differently. And I think that's what we, whatever craft of how we feel our music is what we should be doing. For me personally, the way I study my music, I put on this dumb game on my phone because it challenges my mind.
Hold on really quick. Blackbird said when WolfDaddy stops wearing a bathrobe in public, then he will start getting some props.
Wild. Absolutely wild.
Oh man, Brian, you wild for that.
What's up, Brian? I appreciate you, bro. That's crazy.
Whatever. It's my thing, what I do. What I think is funny about that is that I started wearing that, but guess what? I seen a bunch of other DJs
all of a sudden, man,
the bathrobe, so they can kiss my what on that. I started seeing it.
They see it even.
They can kiss my ass on it.
Yeah. They see it even the time. It's like, man, I gotta cop that for real. For real.
I feel like the bathrobe just gets smaller and smaller. Eventually, he's gonna be out there. He's gonna be out there with a towel around his waist,
just a napkin at this point.
I think that as far as being an artist, what's gonna make us show differently is to be pure of who you want to be. You can be who you want to be, and as long as you're humble about it and you care about your music, it comes out. No matter what, it's gonna come out.
And
I got a confession. I'm not humble at all. I'm not.
I've noticed. Honestly,
I'm not. I'm really not. Like when
you
people
got it, you
put it like this, when people who
right?
aren't DJs are like, "Yo, that set was amazing," I say, "I know." Even when people who are DJs are like, "Yo, that was a really dope set," I'll be like, "I know."
Like I know.
See, that's hard. For
and
me.
a lot of times they think I'm joking, but here's the thing: I didn't come out here to play a crap set. I didn't show up to be bad.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah. That is
it's kind of like
the best way I think you could have put that.
Yeah,
I agree.
like
100%.
I don't. It's not. I'm not cocky.
No,
but I'm not humble. I'm not like, I'm not bowing. Oh my God, thank you so much. Yeah, if it's a heartfelt compliment, yeah, I do. I appreciate it. And a lot of times I'll be like, yo, I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much.
Were you like that at the beginning?
Yeah.
Well, it's time.
You want to? Here's something funny. Hold on. Here's something funny. Here's something funny that
for me,
that probably the person
involved
involved isn't going to remember. When I first moved to Ohio,
Yeah.
first DJ set I did in Ohio was for Brian Blackbird.
You're
Yeah.
crazy.
He was talking to me about doing a gig, right? And this is what I said to him. He's probably not going to remember this. I said, I don't play before 11. You know what I mean? And I don't play for under X amount of money. It was nothing crazy. It was nothing crazy, but I was like, I don't play for under X amount of money, right?
Yeah.
And I said it when I said it with confidence, not as a dick.
Yeah.
But I was just like, this is what
this is
what
right?
I don't do.
Yeah.
You know, so if you want to work together, cool. He was like, all right, bet. Like a few weeks later, he's like, yo, I'm putting you. It was a New Year's Eve show at the Agora. And he was like, you're playing 11:30 to 12:30. Main stage.
All right, Brian, where's that?
Now, here's the thing. I was like, oh, crap.
But
And Thaiger,
I was like, oh, crap.
Time to put my money where my
I
mouth
killed
is.
it. I killed it. But
yeah.
I wasn't expecting him to be like, yeah, this is when you're playing. This was, you know what I mean? I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting a big gig like that, but
Yeah.
that's what he did. You know what I mean?
and,
And there was somebody who is currently in the scene who was part of a company and then sold the company. Y'all probably know who I'm talking about, but we'll get back to it.
I have no idea.
And I didn't really
I
know them, and they contacted me about an event, and they were like, "This is what the pay is," and I was like, "Look, I'll
do it for that.
I'll do it for free."
Oh.
Here's why. I said, "Look, the days of me playing for that amount have been behind me for a long time.
yeah.
I've worked my way to a point that I charge more than that. However, I'm willing to do the gig for free so that we can develop a working relationship. You know what I mean? I was like, I'll do it for free so that you can see what the hell I'm about.
And then after that,
And then when you want to book me again, not if, when you want to book me again,
yeah.
we can talk. And the thing is, their response was, well, what is a number that would be fair for the two of us? And I was like, this is what my friend rate is.
Should be. Okay,
This is my rate that I give my friends.
Right.
Yeah.
I can do it for that. And he was like, bet.
Bet.
And like I said, when I say I'm not humble, I'm not cocky, I'm not an asshole.
You just know your worth. He knows his worth.
I've put a lot of work into what I do.
Thank you. That's
know
what I
I
was
mean?
going to say, personally.
And so when people are like, "Hey man, you did really good," I know I did. I've been doing this my entire life.
As I should.
And-
Yes, right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
And
yep.
John, he's always down for a back to back.
I'm always down for a
Never.
back-to-back.
Never.
Any day of the week.
I will never back to
Tiger
back.
doesn't back-to-back.
No, hell no.
Oh, I know it. I know it. And that's okay.
You know how many times like promoters will be like, they'll like ask, they'll be like, oh yeah, because they know me and you work together, we own their company together, and they'll be like, oh, we could put you and Tiger together. I was like, that will never happen.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. I'm
never.
gonna say something. Okay. Set back-to-backs. All right. Cool times, especially if it's a boy. All right. I got time to prep. That's all good. Right. All right. I do like back-to-backing. All right. And I really like it because I think it shows what you got. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I feel that. I feel that.
I think
Yeah.
I love doing afters. I love going 2 for 2, and I just love because a lot of times you find that you really groove with somebody. Even a couple of weeks ago, I played a random set, and same thing. We weren't even really doing like the 2 and 2. We were just keeping it super loose and vibing off each other and going back to back, and
Yeah,
that was
because-
cool as heck. Now, hold up,
Go for
hold up, because don't put me on
I
a
got something
lineup.
to say to that.
No, don't put me on a lineup with a back to back and not tell me about it. That's a lot, bro.
that's kinda weird.
It happened to me.
it's happened to me before
last
too.
year. And I
Really?
was like, here's the thing, you gotta communicate, at least communicate.
If
At
you're
least tell
not
me it's gonna
told
happen.
about the back to back, that's
Dude.
Or when they give you a
that's
back.
Now I gotta adapt
whoa,
day
whoa, everybody, whoa,
Sorry, go ahead.
Derek, relax, sir. Tranquilo, man.
I don't understand this
Derek, you
Brazilian
know the
shit.
rules, man. No talking over me and no politics.
And I want to preface that too and say, like, I understand things happen. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
understand
Yeah,
things
yeah.
happen. Sometimes we get over or whatever that happens. And like, I'm usually very, very easy to talk to about that stuff. But like, man, I gotta vibe with the person. If you're gonna like set me up and put me on a flyer with a back to back, that person at least better be close to my genre and we be able to really freaking send that ish. You know what
They'll
I'm
be
saying?
back to back and you with people that play rhythm.
I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Shouts out the boys. Shouts out the boys.
Man.
We're not talking about
the reason.
Are we talking about that?
No, hell no, we're not talking about that.
Good.
No, we're not getting into that crap.
Hey man, hey.
The reason
producer genre.
No, I'm not talking about the genre. I'm talking about that.
What happened?
The argument. I ain't getting into that crap.
We stay out of that.
The reason that I don't, guys, y'all are talking over me again.
Sorry,
the reason that
it's his show, bro.
No. It's his show. Okay, really quick. Let me explain that for the people watching, and because I've been asked like why I have that rule. So when you're having this feels like a conversation with your homies. You know what I mean? And when you're having a conversation with your homies, everybody just kind of talks, and that's fine. It's 100% fine. The issue with doing that on a podcast, and I learned this after I started the podcast.
Okay. The
issue with doing it on a podcast is when people are listening back later, they're like, I don't know what the hell they're talking about because everybody's talking.
That makes sense.
Like, we understand each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we could sit here and go on like this, and we would totally understand each other, and the conversation would be beautiful.
Yeah.
But then the people listening would be like, wait, what the hell is going? Wait, what did he just say? And then they're trying to rewind it. You know what I mean? So that's why I made the rule. When I say the rule is don't talk over me, the rule is don't talk over each other.
It's not 1% of the time.
But I say don't talk over me because it's funny.
Because it's your show. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like saying that makes it more lighthearted. You know what I mean?
And we all hate talking so much, the three of us. So
you got
it's
three
so
guys
easy
like
for us not to do that. You know what I mean?
And so the thing is that the one issue I've run into with the
wait a minute, I was saying why I don't like back to back.
Yeah, you didn't let him finish, bro. You just got
thing.
mad about you interrupting him, and now here we are again.
He
You're
knows
kicked off the show.
We
bro.
just gonna have to mute Derek's microphone.
Well, he knows
the reason that Derek. Damn it!
I'll say it real fast.
So the reason. Wait, let me finish, and then you can say it. Okay. So the reason that I don't back to back is because, like, I love DJing, and I love getting into it, and I can't get into what I'm doing in 2 songs or 3 songs. And I mean, I can, but at the same time, once I get into it, I'm not trying to stop. It's like eating sherbet. Once you start eating it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once you start, you're not trying to be like, all right, let me just put this down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to finish.
And not to give you a crazy compliment because you hate those, but to me that implies that you do what I call real DJing, which is like setting a mood and curating a couple songs after each other, right? Something you're trying to move somewhere, you're trying to go somewhere. It's fluid.
Well, that's
fluid, and you're actually reading a crowd. I know that's crazy to some.
He said the real DJing, the more you know,
bro.
Well,
there's more to life than playing one banger after another.
Well,
that's all I'm gonna say.
That's
true. That's true.
That's one of the reasons why I feel like that me and Thaiger and I has like done well with what we do, because like that we've been doing the Sunday things that we do every other Sunday, which is tonight.
Yes,
we have a free show tonight. Come show up. We got cheap drinks.
Thaiger and I are going back to back.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
What he said. That's what he said.
So the thing is
I'm always ready. I got that USB going.
Is that one of us will play, and we're feeling our flow, and the other person will be like, "Okay, I'm ready," or "I'm ready." You know what I'm saying? Like, so we're not.
Why do you got to make it sound so weird, man?
Well, I did want to say that I love how y'all tag team it for real. I don't feel like there's any like ego.
Honestly,
at all,
we don't really tag team.
So humble, but there's no ego.
Yeah, there's no back to back to it.
But you don't even really do hours, really. Like you guys, like fucking play. Okay.
Honestly, sometimes it'll be an hour and a half.
Yeah,
sometimes it'll be 2 hours. There's
y'all
been
times,
and
they're like, all right, you up.
There's been times that he's been playing, and I'm like, yeah. Just play, just keep playing. I'll get food and I'll eat. Yeah. I'll go hang out with people, and then 2 hours later, I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna jump on. You know what I mean? Nice? Like if he's in it, if you're in your zone, you're in your zone.
What's that like to be able to trust someone with the vibe like that?
I didn't say I trusted him.
Oh, damn! Way to put me on blast, motherfucker.
I didn't say trust. That's a strong word, sir. That
is a strong word, especially in this industry.
Damn.
Especially in this industry.
Oh my god!
I look over and he's like he like if I see him rocking, then he knows that like I'm feeling it, and like
man, don't you start telling no lies.
And that's your time to go in there and be like, hey,
Derek,
bro, I got
Derek will
song.
see me in my zone and try to introduce me to somebody.
I do that.
He'll come up and try to have a whole conversation with me while I'm doing my thing. And I'm like, bro, why are you trying to introduce me to this person? Oh, because they're really cool. I don't care. I'm DJing. I'm doing my thing.
All the time.
Because you do it all the time.
I know.
Or touch my EQs or touch my color. Yeah.
Oh, man.
But, the thing is that, I can't say it enough. I am super grateful that I have him in my life. Because
don't get all movie of the year on
because
That's cute.
he's allowed me to really try to hone my craft even more.
Oh yeah.
And so he'll sit there and just chill, let me vibe. And then when he's ready, he's ready. He'll be like, all right. Like I always know his cues. Like he doesn't even tell me. He'll just start setting his stuff up.
Dog, don't act like you freaking know me. Like
hey,
you're
you don't know me
freaking profiler. Get out of here. Well, Aaliyah, yes, the podcast is back. Officially.
Ooh, officially.
First one back.
So what's been going on with you, John?
Oh, cool.
I asked him that already.
Yeah, you did.
That was the first thing I asked him.
What you got going on next?
Kind of blew it off. Yeah, because remember I said it's kind of took January off. So what do I got going up next? I have a deluxe EP dropping in a couple weeks, and I'm very excited about that. My first.
What kind of music?
So it's every subgenre of house, which is what I intended with the first version of this EP. Was like, hey, I'm introducing myself. Here I am, John Real Life. Here's 9 tracks. They all kind of resemble a different subgenre of house. Enjoy what you like, take what you like, get rid of what you don't. And then this new one, I'm really excited about because it's really different.
What's it called?
It's the same thing. It's You Don't Know Me, which is the deluxe EP.
Hold on, really quick.
Yeah.
Derek, I'm the master of ceremony over here. You let me handle this.
Thank you.
Derek has main character syndrome.
I think we all do, brother. 100%. I think we all do. DJs all do, man. DJs all have that, and they're all on the spectrum a little bit. I'm gonna say it out loud.
I don't have main character syndrome unless it's something that I'm doing.
I mean, it's your podcast, brother. Whatever you guys say.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So yeah, I'm really excited about this EP, the deluxe EP. Because it is stuff that I've been.
Wait, hold on. This sound effect goes on for a little bit. Sorry,
I like it too.
It's kind of a long one. All right, go ahead. There we go.
So I'm excited about it because it's not only things I've been working on. So it's got some new tracks on it, which is cool. It's got some remixes, some VIPs that I've been using in my sets. But then also it's got some remixes from some of the homies, which I'm really excited about because it's not my genre. So there are some bass ones on there. There's no rhythm. I'm sorry, boys. No rhythm on the EP. But it's stuff that I really told people. I said, hey man, if you're gonna do one of these, I want you to do it. I don't want any say in it. All right, take the stems, come back to me when you have a finished product. We can master it or whatever we gotta do, but come back to me and show me what you got and just have fun with it, man. If you really like me, respect me, if you want to do something like this, I trust you enough that you're gonna, do right with the music. But it's cool, man. I've had some crazy stuff come back. I've had some crazy stuff.
All of it is on the EP.
Yes, and that is coming out. I would say I would like to take my time with this one. I'm not trying to rush, but I would say probably 2 to 3 weeks. I have to officially send everything through my distribution and all that stuff. So I would say hopefully if I get everything buttoned up, people who still owe me things, if I get everything buttoned up next week, then you will have it by after Valentine's Day.
Cute, nice.
Cute. Yeah,
nice.
A little Valentine's Day.
So this is like an official release.
It is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Because the EP, the first one, thank you. That was just for SoundCloud.
An actual release.
Yeah, I'm an underground artist.
Proud of you.
I'm an underground artist. I think I like owning that. I really do. Because that's the idea, right? Is underground is really just, people who have not been discovered yet or whatever it may be. But SoundCloud is where that is, right? SoundCloud is where that underground art is. So I released it there the first time, and now I'm releasing it on everything, Spotify and Apple Music, and
dope, dude.
I want people to be able to enjoy it.
Question.
Yeah.
Is Spotify still where... I know there are underground artists on SoundCloud.
SoundCloud.
I know there's underground artists on SoundCloud, but I have a theory. Is SoundCloud still where the underground is? And what I mean by that, everything starts off underground until the cool people get their hands on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then they ruin it.
Think about this. YouTube used to be underground.
Yeah.
True.
And
It's
then the cool people got there and then started making money off of it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
now YouTube is like this global phenomenon.
And
I feel like SoundCloud was in that same place. It used to be SoundCloud is where you went to strictly find all the underground stuff, all the stuff that wasn't getting big releases and stuff like that. But I feel like in recent times, in the age of the influencer, you know what I mean?
Yep.
There's a lot of them that then move their community, if you will, over there. You know what I mean? So it's like it almost feels like you have to look now. Used to be you could just go there, click something, it was underground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now you go there, you click something, you've never heard of this person, and then it's like so-and-so featuring T-Pain or featuring Flow Rider, you know what I mean?
It's
featuring Kendrick Lamar, and you're like, wait a minute, I thought what the hell's going on?
No,
Well,
go ahead.
I think that a lot of the platforms have like kind of caught up. Because like if you look at like Spotify, even like prime example, there's plenty of artists on there that are literally underneath 1,000 listens. You just gotta know how to find it.
I'm one right here. That's, right,
That's
baby.
literally what I said. Though.
That's right, baby.
That's what
I'm
I
not
said.
saying
You gotta look for it. You can't just go there and click willy nilly.
Yeah.
You used to be able to.
Yeah.
Here's my one liner. You ready? Here's my one liner.
All right, here we go.
Here's why SoundCloud is the underground. It's because you can go on there and you can click upload MP3 and no one's gonna tell you anything, but unless you actually rip someone's music, right?
Yeah.
Like at that point, right? So that to me is why it's underground. Is because literally now this is, you know what I mean? Hey, you're putting it up to subjection, right? You putting it up to judgment. That's on you. But you can do whatever you want. If you want to upload it and you want to upload fart noises for 3 minutes, that's on you, baby. That's on you, right?
I bet
but
you.
then you have to
I'm
be
willing
judged.
to bet it's been done.
You're gonna be judged, right? And that's so. And by the way, let's get back to that for a second. Being artists, right? If you're an artist, to me, that means that you have put creative work forward to be, I guess, judged. Or me, I say enjoyed, because I hope you do. And if not, like, I'm not your cup of tea. That's okay. But like, that's what a true artist is to me. You gotta be vulnerable. You gotta be able to put stuff forward and say, and even if it's a mix, that's okay. It doesn't have to be a song, but you gotta put something forward to be put in the light. Because otherwise, what are you doing?
Well,
I feel that.
My opinion, big time on music. This is my huge opinion. It's my opinion. Even if it's something that I don't really like, I will never trash it, because the reason why is because it's all how the person perceives it. So we put it out there. Perceives, yeah, whatever. You know, my idiot.
What do you mean, whatever?
Well,
you
process.
literally said the wrong word.
I know.
Come on.
But no. It's so for me, it's like it's how we view it.
Right.
And how we view it, if that person, we never know, it could be the person that's like, this is amazing, you know?
Seriously.
And so that's why I don't knock it when somebody likes something, because there's plenty of stuff out there I just don't really care for, but I'm not going to knock it because, you know, like the whole thing with, you know, we said earlier, I'm not going to get into it about the rhythm stuff.
The R word.
Yep.
The
R word for sure. You know, there's some of it I like it. I do.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree.
I do like it, but you know, one of my things I've always said about like the artists that do it, they kill it. Like we have so many local artists that absolutely kill
energy, bro. The energy.
Yeah, they kill it. One thing I've always said, if you want to do it, throw some dubstep in there.
And I'll take that.
Change it up a little bit.
I'll take that over some kid just going.
Did you say throw some dubstep in where?
Some
like you don't give a damn.
Some R word.
The R word, man.
Yeah, the R word. We'll keep it the R word.
Read dumb.
Yeah.
Because hold on, I think Instagram.
Are they talking? Please.
No, I think Instagram went down, so I gotta.
Oh no. Okay.
I gotta try to bring it back up.
It's just one of these things that, you know, it drives me nuts because, you know, you have all these people that are trying to create. There's a separation.
Yeah.
When there really isn't. We're here for the same reasons. We're here because we love music. There's gonna be plenty of times we're gonna listen to something we don't really care for it. But if you're a true artist and a true person that cares about music, then you're gonna be like, you know what? They're out there doing their thing.
Yeah.
They're killing it. They're having fun with it.
I mean, we definitely are.
That's what's important about it.
Yeah.
And once we get to that point where we have this point where it's like, oh, this side, that's an issue. And that is dumb.
All publicity is good publicity.
You know what I'm saying? Like that.
That's your point, though. That's a good point.
Like
that's
to me, that's wrong. And because it's like, you know, people classify us as artists as certain styles.
Yeah.
You know, and I get it because like people ask me, what do you play? And I say, I play.
What do you say?
this.
What do you say?
I always say I play house, techno, and trap.
Okay.
That's
and
would
trap.
be me.
You hear that? That's right.
That would
I
be
just say I play music.
And
I know.
trap.
I
Ooh,
know.
that's right.
Yeah.
I
When
know.
people ask me what I play, I say I play music.
Tiger says I play tracks.
I've been that way since the beginning. I used to say musical education.
I can see that.
Dead serious. I used to
So
say
a
that. I used to say
journey.
musical education because I don't know what I'm gonna play. The only time I know what I'm gonna play is like Sundays. I know I'm gonna play house.
Okay.
That's all that I know. You know what I
love
mean?
that. I
Other
love
than
that.
that, like anywhere else, I don't know if I'm gonna play. I
You're
might
free,
play.
man.
I might play
You're free.
salsa. I don't know. You know what I mean? It depends on what happens. You know
And
what I mean?
I've seen you do it. I've seen you
I
do it.
have.
I've seen you make
Yeah,
some
I
crazy
have.
stuff, bro. I'm just
So,
like,
Yeah,
what am
I
doing?
usually,
It's a
I
Sunday.
typically don't tell people like
Sunday.
if they
So-
actually, especially if people ask, well, what do you play like when you DJ? I'm like, everything. I play music. Well, what's
Yeah.
your favorite? I'm like, I don't have one.
Yeah.
Well, if you had to choose one thing, and I tell them that's the beauty of it, I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
So why would I? That's like your girlfriend asking you if you would love her if she was a worm.
Yeah.
The beauty of this life is you're not going to be a worm.
Can I ask a dumb question then? Can I ask
yes.
a dumb
Go for
question? Does that make you an open format DJ? Is that what that?
I
that is
mean,
technically?
yeah, definitely.
Cool.
100%. Yeah, I would say I would of course I would identify as an open format DJ.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Obviously I grew up playing one thing and then moved into multiple things, but even during
Yeah.
that time I still like there was a time when I was playing records, right? I would play mostly house, but I was still buying drum and bass because there was drum and bass stuff that I like. There was
You talking vinyls, by the way?
huh?
You talking vinyls?
Yeah.
Yeah, these kids don't know, bro.
I mean,
got
you
them
know,
right here.
you see, yeah, they're right behind you.
Here, look.
Well, I know that. I'm saying these kids don't know. I
Uh,
don't know. I've never had to DJ on a vinyl. Please go ahead.
But yeah, like I would always wait. What is that?
No, let him.
Oh yeah, freaking.
I thought you were gonna interrupt that. I said you better. Let
Oh wait,
him
hold on.
finish.
Did we get disconnected? Are we
Oh,
still
no.
streaming?
I'm not sure. We've been talking
Just
to
talking
an
to
empty
each
room this
other.
whole time, and that's okay with me. That's all right.
Hold on, let me check.
Actually,
and see if we're...
my first mixer was vinyl.
Yeah, dude. I've never had to DJ. I've never had to make
Vinyl's
a transition
hard.
on vinyl.
It's very hard.
I would never want to. I would be
should.
so honest. Yeah, that sounds good. But here's my thing. At some point, we all take a stand between like.
Oh no, yeah,
like
we're
modern-
still live. Hold on.
Good.
Anybody in chat? Are we still
we're
live?
still here. Yeah.
It just said reconnected. That's weird.
There's always going to be a place you are in the history.
I would
of
suggest
DJing.
I would suggest one
And
time.
I'm
Derek,
glad
would
I
you
came
stop
now.
trying to talk over
No,
him,
it's
man?
No, I'm just saying I'm glad I came now. I definitely respect the heck out of anybody that can vinyl DJ, especially I see some crazy stuff. But I can probably say that like I'm okay with not doing it, and I'm okay with being like looked at differently if you really feel that way.
No, there's-
you know what I
there's-
mean. Technology advances for a reason.
There's no. I feel like
Don't
the
use a sync
guys.
button, but yeah.
I feel like the guys that are play vinyl and for guys that play digital,
Yeah.
it's a different level. It's like literally like having somebody compare somebody playing acoustic to playing guitar.
It's playing on expert
That
mode.
what you just said didn't make sense
Playing on expert mode.
It is, dude.
because
vinyl's
they're
expert.
It has to be.
because acoustic what
Acoustic guitar
Acoustic
to somebody playing a guitar.
a guitar playing to electric guitar.
Okay, that's better.
That's what- my
You
bad.
said somebody playing acoustic to somebody
bad.
playing guitar. I'm like,
My
wait,
bad.
wait, hold on.
But I think that every DJ should at least try to understand like how hard it really was to play off vinyl because it's hard. It's extremely hard.
I would guess so.
But the thing is, I can promise you, if you actually sit down and try to like understand it, because you've already been a DJ and sit down and try to understand it, it'll make you a better DJ.
I believe that 100%.
I can agree with that.
I can believe that.
One thing that I will slightly disagree with an asterisk,
Sure.
if you will. I don't think that every DJ should learn how difficult it is to play vinyl.
Okay.
I just think you shouldn't disrespect it.
Yeah.
There we go. Right.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't hate on it.
That's it. And
I don't think
Never
I don't even think that like so when DJs I've had DJs tell me, "Oh man, you came from vinyl, man. Don't think less of me because I've never played vinyl." I don't think less of you, dude. You were born in freaking 2005.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Vinyl wasn't even a
Ew.
thing
Yeah.
then. You feel what I'm saying?
Ew.
So it's like I don't even think that and for the record, they're records, not vinyl.
There we go. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't even think that. Like I tell people sometimes, like if you want to get better, practice on some turntables. It's going to make you better at everything else. You know what I mean? At the same time, I don't think it's a necessity. Just don't look down on it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as I play with a laptop. I don't look down on people that play with sticks. If you play with sticks, don't hate on people that play with a laptop, because you can do some stuff with a laptop that you can't do with sticks. I know the theory is, everything you can do with sticks, you can do with a laptop. Everything you can do with a laptop, you can do with sticks. That's just not true. The technology of it is not true. You know what I mean? Like as of right now, there's not stems on sticks yet. It'll get there.
Yeah.
I think that it'll get there within this next year. I think it'll happen. I think there's going to be an update for the CDJ 3000s, and you'll be able to do stems on the hardware. I'm sure there's other standalone hardware that's probably doing it right now.
I hope
At the time that the conversation was had, you couldn't do it. So it's like them stating that as fact is just not true. Now, there's things you can do with sticks that you can't do with a laptop, like DJ in the freaking sun. You know what I mean? Like with sticks, you're good. As long as the hardware can take it, you're good. Laptop, you're not really doing that very well. You know what I mean? It's a bit of a chore. It's a challenge. You got to do some things. I bought a miniature tent for my laptop. So I don't think that everybody has to do one, like with people that DJ on sticks, do I think they have to know how to DJ on a laptop? Definitely not. No. I don't think people that DJ on a laptop have to learn how to DJ with sticks. Just don't disrespect the other one. Yeah. You know what I mean? Have the respect for it to know different strokes for different folks. Everybody's going to do their thing. Absolutely. I don't care what you play on, as long as it's dope. That's all I care about. As long as you're not trash, as long as you're playing good music, I don't care if you show up with a calculator, dog. Like, do your thing, man.
See, I like that take. I like that take.
See, for me, like I said, for me personally, I would like to try my hardest to understand different styles, and because it just shows respect for like the whole industry. So that's one of the reasons why I get frustrated when I hear people saying, oh, this person doesn't know how to use vinyl or vice versa. It's like, we're all trying to do the same thing. Yes, it's different ways to do it.
Yeah.
And so that's the way I look at it. And, I was fortunate enough to start off on, try to start off on vinyl. I really didn't fully understand it. I still don't fully understand it. But like the last time I touched it, I was at an underground thing. They did like a after party at like some record store. And like, it was really, eye-opening to like look at it and be like, okay, you got to do this, you got to do that. And so I thought it was beneficial for myself personally. And so that's why I suggest with people, if you have opportunities to look at something in a different way, go for it. Like, why?
Yeah. I can see that. See that.
Why not why not like be like, oh no, that's the way it's supposed to be.
I'm never doing it again.
What?
I'm never.
Thank you. Yeah.
Never.
Why?
Never.
Why would I?
I've been asked.
It's cool.
I get asked at least 10 to 15 times a year to do a vinyl set, and the answer is always no.
You're tripping.
And the answer will probably forever be no.
It's hard.
Why are people asking?
It's not even that it's hard. It's not hard.
Why are you asking?
Here's the thing. Remember, I told you
I'm
not humble at all. It's not hard for me. It's not. DJing on vinyl is not hard for me at all whatsoever.
That's cool.
DJing, period. Like when people ask me if it's difficult, no. Now, no, it's not. I don't think about it. I don't think DJing for me is like walking.
Yeah.
I don't think to walk. I just walk. You know what I mean?
You've been doing this
breathing. Let's say breathing. I don't want to diss our differently abled people.
Yeah.
So for me, DJing is like breathing. Okay. You know what I mean? Like I don't think to breathe. I breathe.
Yeah,
I don't think to DJ. I DJ. Like at this point, I'm not thinking, okay, I need to do X, Y, and Z. I gotta tweak this. I just do it. It just happens.
It's so natural for you.
But you're not mindless,
enjoy the moment.
You're not mindless though, right? You feel like you. I mean, I know we all go on autopilot every once in a while.
It's not even that it's autopilot. It's just I don't.
That's what
I don't have to think about what I'm doing when I'm DJing.
I hear that.
There's no thought that goes into it. I'm not thinking about. Okay, you know how like there's people that are starting off and they've been doing it for maybe like 6 months to a year.
Sure.
And when they're DJing, they're thinking about what song goes with what. They're thinking about their BPMs. They're thinking about things like that. I don't think about none of that.
Yeah.
I just do it.
Where am I going next? I think that's
I don't really think about any of that. It just I know everything that's in my laptop. I know every song that's in there. You know what I mean?
That all makes sense to me.
I'm just doing my thing and enjoying it, and I'm just playing what I want to hear and what I feel like I want to share.
Okay.
Unless it's a club, obviously in clubs, I'm playing what people want to hear, but I'm also sharing with them what they don't know they like.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But like as far as like Sunday, right? Like tonight.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about
you got your bag.
How what goes with what. I'm just playing it. You know what I mean? Like I don't. And the same thing with vinyl. Like I know my records. I know every record that's over there. You know what I mean? Like I could pull a record out and I know what it sounds like. I know what it. I can't tell you what's on the cover because I don't ever look at that stuff because I don't care. I don't care who produced it.
If I pull the
I
record,
don't care.
If I pull the record out, you know
this
what it is.
take I love.
I know the songs.
We'll get back to it. Hold up.
I know the songs. I know exactly what the songs sound like. First of all, don't touch my records.
Easy.
First of all,
I was gonna pull one
second
out.
of all, you could pull it out, but how do I prove that?
Yeah, right.
True.
Do you have a turntable?
True.
This is what
For us to put it on, for me to sing
True.
along to it. Like when I say I know every song on there, I'm not going to tell you the names of it. I'm not going to tell you who did it. I know the music.
Yeah.
I know where it breaks down. I know how it begins. I know where the drum fills are.
Yeah,
that's what I know.
Yeah, you do.
It's the same thing about my laptop. You could tell me an artist and I'll be like, I don't know who that is. But I got 35 songs by them in here.
I know you do.
Exactly. Like, and I don't know who remixed it because I don't care. Not that I'm disrespecting the artist that did it. That's not what I'm doing. What I'm saying is I'm about the music. I know every piece of that music. I can tell you what the hi-hat does, even though you can't even hear that over these big speakers. But I know what it's to do. I know what it's doing. You know what I mean? So that's when I say that it's not hard for me. It's I've been through the hard part.
Yeah.
I've been through the time where it was like, crap, this is difficult. Like I'm never going to be able to mix these two records. Now I just do it. I'm at the point now where I'm just enjoying it.
Yeah. So here's my two spin-offs, because that's what I was saying is that if you have become that, which is awesome. I think when we all get to a point where we feel like we know our bags, we know our crates, whatever it may be. There is, like, objectively, not subjectively, not talking about you specifically, but there are times when unfortunately now that gets stale then. So you go to the same club, you play the same set every week, you're in the same thing, right? And it may not be the exact same thing, and I get that and I understand that, but we all know DJs that show up to the same club and play the same music every
we know a lot of them.
week.
Oh, we know a lot of them.
Yeah, we know a lot of them.
So that's the one spinoff I had on that, and I don't think you're like that. Sorry, so I wouldn't say that at all.
I hope
always
I'm
my
not.
thing is the complacency that comes from that. And I know you're a digger too, so you're still adding to your repertoire, right? And that's my thing. So that's that. The other thing, I'm so glad this came up in this talk because I've been wanting to talk about this for so long. So we all have, I'm sure if you've been around Thaiger long enough, we all have a Thaiger story, right? We all have a story where, like, maybe he said something that threw you or something like that. And my Thaiger story was I was feeling lost because I am not a artist, a song title, or albums or any of that. That's not in here. None of that is in here. It's all vibes. Right?
Yeah.
So it's
all
100%. I know this
I
song, and I know this song is going to sound good going out of this song, going into that song. Where maybe that's where I want to go. Maybe it's not even going to sound good. It's just where I want to go.
Yeah.
And I was explaining that to Ty, and Ty was like, not only agreeing, but he was like, yeah, man, this is what I do as well. And it made me feel like I was allowed to be me as a DJ, because that was the time when I was still pretty new in DJing, and like there felt like there was so many rules. It was just always like, again, like can't use the sync button, can't do this, can't do that.
Right. Oh my God.
Right. And I was like, man, like I don't know artists, I don't know songs. I just know they sound good, man. I just love this shit. And like I know, you know your classics and everything, but that's what I'm saying. And I was like, nah, it's all about vibes and stuff like that. And that made me feel like, all right, cool. Like, actually, I went home that night and like DJ'd for like 3 hours. I was like, all right, cool.
Seriously?
I could just,
Nice.
because like no one tells you can just do you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone wants to tell you what to do, and everyone wants to tell you how to do
They
it.
definitely do.
But no one wants to be like, hey, bro, it don't matter. You know what I mean? Just do you, and as long as it sounds good, it's cool.
Well, that's the thing about what you just said is that, like, I remember I got booked on a show for a company. I'm not gonna say who it was, but I got booked on a company, and they had me back like right behind two guys that I've known been DJing forever, and they're like, hey, we're going to play this. What are you going to play? And I'm like, I don't play that way. Yeah. And they're like, what do you mean? I was like, I just have a feeling, like I flow. So usually the way I play is a free flow because I trust my crate. I trust my bag. Like I just go for it. I'm just like, okay, this sounds good. Sounds good. Don't get me wrong. Is there times there's mistakes? Of course. That's okay. That's the thing is that do you want an artist who's going to sit there and be like on point?
Hold on.
Everything?
Hey, Liz, what's up?
Liz.
That's my sister.
What's up, Liz?
What up, Liz?
So do you want to be on point on every point? Or do you want me to do something organic where I'm going to make something where when I'm done with it and be like, how did I just do that? You know what I'm saying? To me, I think that's the most freeing thing is becoming an artist. And I stress out all the time. If you really know me, I stress out all the time.
You stress out way too much, dude.
Yeah, I know I do. And you know how many times, like John, like
this stuff is supposed to be fun.
Thank God I never do that.
This is supposed to be fun. You stress yourself way too much.
Yeah,
no, I never do that.
And
ever.
A lot of people don't know that about me because I come off as this, arrogant.
Well, there's like 8 people that know now.
You? No.
Yeah.
Come on now.
And if I'm really stressed out, who one of the people I call? I either call John Doe or him.
Yeah. Yeah.
You getting way too emotional in this podcast.
Too emotional.
That's how
I love it though. I love it.
But here's the thing you don't know, John.
Nah, screw that. This ain't no emotional podcast.
Come on, Dad.
Right. Here's the thing you don't know. I've actually known him longer than almost
Bro, you say this. Everyone knows that because you say it all the time.
Truth.
You anytime you meet someone, you're always like,
I don't know nothing.
People don't even know John Doe, and you'll be like, I've known him longer than I've known John Doe. And they're like, who the hell is John Doe?
Right.
Who is John Doe, by the way?
Who the fuck is John
Who
Doe?
is John Doe?
John Doe who?
John Doe.
I love the name.
But I'm very grateful that the thing is that
all right, don't say it again.
Well, I'm gonna say this
and stop staring at yourself.
I'm trying not to.
You're not even trying, dude. You ain't fighting it. You haven't even taken a jab at it, dog.
I'm like this, like flipping my hair.
You're still on the ropes.
You're basically using that monitor as a mirror.
Well, the thing is that also
vanity.
Do you need to plug that in?
No, I'll be okay. I was thinking about it.
See that cord that white block is plugged into. You can plug it into that.
The thing is that being an artist, can take you so far, but also having the right support can take you further. You got to have the right people around you that's going to help guide you. People above you or people who's going to just be like, hey, try to do this. It's not always on you. We so focus on that it's all about yourself. But if you're about everything around you and have people around you that helps you, you're going to get further.
It's also all about the stream getting a good look at John's butt. And it's true religion.
It's
true religion.
If you want to come up,
It's right there. You got to put your ass right in front of it.
Tonight, come kick it.
Oh man, Derek keeps trying to turn this into a serious podcast, man.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm always
you got feels low key, boys.
I'm an emotional person.
I am too.
But
I pretend I'm not.
A lot of people.
I'm not at all.
I pretend I'm not.
I'm not even close.
You gonna catch me.
I'm not even close to being emotional, and and I never say that as a good thing. I'm just not emotional at all.
Calculate, it's logical.
I'm taking a bathroom break.
You should.
It's called a bio break.
I would agree.
So it's a bio break.
Thank God.
Why are you waving at the
me
bro?
And Thaiger can
this
talk.
is a podcast, man. Act professional, dog. You don't be leaning into the camera.
Thaiger can talk. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. That's oof. I don't know, man. I think again, going back to the rules thing, it's just like do your thing, man. Just do you. Because you were talking about the sticks versus like computer things, and I've seen it. I've seen incredible DJs that can only DJ off sticks, or only DJ off computers, and they're incredible at that. So do that.
The one thing that I tell people, you should have a working knowledge of all the hardware.
Okay.
I do say that.
Yeah.
Because you never know where you're going to walk into.
That's true.
I've walked into places where they have one turntable and a mixer, and the turntable don't even work that well.
I'm walking out.
I mean,
no,
there's
not like that,
you can. Or if you can figure it out.
CDJs,
if you have let's say the CDJ has a stick to it, You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
has a sticky spot.
Yeah.
You end up in situations like that.
The play
But
button.
or what if you walk into they got Denon CDJs instead of Pioneer? You know what I mean? Or what if they got a controller you've never seen before? That's why I tell people you should have a working knowledge of everything. If you see something get announced, watch a video on it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you got to touch it. I'm not saying you got to buy it.
And
you know what
early,
I mean?
right? And
Why-
be early, right?
yeah,
We talked about that earlier too, because you never know
and
what
then
you're going to see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Be early and you know what you're getting into. But there isn't a controller out that there's not a YouTube video on.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Yep.
if
Crazy concept.
if I get booked and I know I'm flying somewhere to go and DJ, right?
Okay. Yep.
I'll ask them, hey, what's the setup going to be?
Sure.
Sometimes the club owners don't even know. They'll send me a picture. Okay, it's
Okay.
a
Fair
weird
enough,
weird looking controller. I'm looking up a part number.
Yeah.
Does it work with Serato? It does. Okay, cool. And then I watch a video
Okay.
just so I know where the buttons are.
That makes sense.
So
Yeah.
now I know I have a working knowledge, and when I get there, I can figure it out. You know what I mean? The rest of it
makes
you can
sense.
figure out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people in the scene that have shown up to something that maybe John's doing, or they're using my stuff.
Sure. Careful.
Derek, bro. And maybe they're using my stuff.
Yeah.
Now I'm rolling in with some CDJ 3000s and an S11. They look at the S11 and they don't. They literally shut down because they're like they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dog, it's the same exact thing as the controller that you do. In
And
fact,
they act like they're not going to use one
it's
effect anyway.
simpler
Yeah.
because there's only two channels instead of
Right.
4. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's,
Right.
you know, I feel like if you know something's coming out, this is my advice for DJs and DJs of all levels. If you know a piece of hardware is coming out, or a piece of hardware is already out, or you know a place uses a specific controller or whatever, just watch a YouTube video. Watch one video. Take a few minutes out, watch the video, and then now you have a working knowledge of that hardware, and you're not going to show up and not be able to DJ.
You know what's crazy? Why is that considered like not like revolutionary, not like what you're saying?
Yeah.
But I'm saying like, why? Can I ask? Now I feel dumb. I feel stupid, but like that's my general inclination. Like if I don't understand something, I'm gonna Google it, I'm gonna YouTube it, I'm gonna figure it out.
Hold on,
But
real quick.
More so, go on.
Dr. Bones, thank you for the follow. We appreciate it.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Boom.
But like, that's my thing. I feel like so many people are like, oh, how do I even get started? And I'm like, that's crazy. You know what you should do? Take that sentence, put it in YouTube, go.
Yeah.
Right? How do I even get started at DJing and go? And it's like I love everybody. I think everybody deserves happiness and joy in this world. But if you're not willing to at least look something up, let alone doing the work for
At the very
bro.
least, look it up.
Come on, man.
And imagine what it was like in
That's
back
where I
in-
lose people,
back in the
personally.
day when you didn't have all these access to look at things.
What do you mean
Not
imagine?
in our day. Not in our day.
We've had access for
thankfully. Well,
15 years.
yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying though. Like I'm just saying.
That's what
like,
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like
It's
we
so
don't have to
different.
imagine. It was 15 years ago. We didn't have it. We didn't have
What a great time.
like
by the way.
think about this. I would say 15 years. I would honestly say less than that. I would say 10 years
10. I would
that
say
we've
10
had
too, yeah.
access to everything. And what I mean by that is, yeah, you could go to YouTube and find videos on stuff, not everything.
Right.
Not
And not in your
obscure
hand
stuff. And not, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it wasn't, and sometimes it was buried under a bunch of cat videos. There was a time where YouTube was all cats, dude, and that lasted till like 2011. So we like literally, it's the past 10 years we've had. So we don't have to imagine not having it because, yeah, YouTube was there, but it wasn't this YouTube where you could literally, you could walk into a venue, look at this little Hercules controller that they have there,
Yeah.
literally take your phone, open Google, take a picture of it, and Google will be like, this is what that is. Here's some videos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and get the information that you need right away. It wasn't always like that.
And the answer comes from AI, by the way.
The first
100%.
the
100%.
first time I see someone like one of those like little ass controllers, I'm like, what? Seeing somebody like DJ and like the little like
Yeah,
Dude.
I'm not the one.
Shout
boy.
out Chase West. You should go on Twitter and check this out, bro. Dude is like 6'8". Sorry, he's tall.
and a little
And
ass,
he's
like,
dude on this thing, and his this is what his back looks like.
Oh my God, he's gonna have a he's gonna have a hunchback.
No, it's a fun after. He was just having fun with the boys.
So that's not the regular thing.
No, he didn't have to go to a venue. No, this is the boys' house he went to after. But that's the point, because we do know venues where you show up and you're playing on something like that.
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna be upset. Right? Whatever you put in front of me, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna figure it out. But like
my mom always told me, use what you have.
Resourcefulness,
use what you
is
have.
a great resource.
But that's also why a lot of times I bring my gear with me.
Yeah,
because I'm bougie.
Nah, but he got.
Here's
like
the thing:
that.
I'm bougie. If I'm playing, then I'm playing on what I want to play on.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like a situation where I'm playing for more than like. If it's a club and a local club and I'm doing a headlining slot and they don't have what I have, I'm bringing what I have and we're all going to play on it because I don't like playing on bullcrap.
That was like,
I'm writing that down. Hold on.
That was like,
I'm gonna play on what I want to play.
I'm play on what I want to play on.
That was like New Year's when he brought his gear and we had a couple artists drop out and he doesn't like people touching his stuff unless he knows that person.
And that's okay.
Not that unless I know them. If I know that they're going to be playing on it, okay.
Yeah.
I need to know you've been DJing at least a year.
That I've been DJing for at least a year?
No, anyone using a CGA 3000 that is owned by me. I need to know that you've been DJing at least a year. And it's not about time. I don't care. You got to be going through enough and have enough things happen to you negatively that you can react and properly like handle the situation.
Well,
I feel that.
Also, what do you need a CJ 3000 for if you haven't been DJing yet?
Right.
Why? What are you gonna do?
I feel that.
You're gonna do a crossfade one into the next.
Well, it's
3,000.
It's also like certain type of people. You know what it is? It's the R word when they're hard on the
rhythm boys.
There you go.
The boys. The
hard
boys
on the mixer.
I always got them boys, by the way. I love them boys.
To be fair, they're not the only ones that go hard on mixers.
True.
So you typically more aggressive genres of music would be harder on mixers.
That would make sense.
Back in the day, it was hard house. Hard house DJs would be hard on mixers.
No, it was never a house. Never.
Oh, 100%, dog. 100%.
I've never heard a bad thing about a house DJ ever in my entire life.
Have you watched a hard house DJ?
That's what I've heard.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just playing. I know.
Or even like was it Happy Hardcore? Those guys are hard.
Oh, God,
yeah. More aggressive genres of music. The reason why most house DJs aren't hard on mixers is because house is a very like smoothed out genre of music. Then some of the subgenres are more aggressive.
True.
Like Speed Garage is more aggressive.
Yeah.
Those guys were typically harder on mixers. They would redline more often. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Drum and bass.
Yeah.
Depending on the style. If you played like liquid drum and bass, you were more chilled. You were more relaxed. You weren't as hard on the mixer. If you're playing like literal jungle or like ragga drum and bass, like you were harder on mixers. You know what I mean?
True.
Same thing with like
that's a good point.
Same thing with bass music. If you play like future bass, you're probably not very hard on mixers. If you're playing tear out dubstep, you're probably a little bit harder on. And again, people, I'm saying probably. Don't at me because I can fight. I'm saying probably. I'm not saying that all of them do it. I'm saying that the more aggressive the music you're playing, the more aggressive your performance is probably going to be. You're probably going to be a bit harder on the faders.
Oh man, I want to say something so bad, but I know I'm too smart to say.
So basically, what happened with that situation,
Dr. Bone said, "House is the bread and butter of EDM." So, everybody knows that.
I don't like that house gets put in. I'm sorry, guys. This is probably a bad take.
You better
watch
what you say.
Let him.
Electronic.
Listen, let that man talk.
Electronic dance music is electronic dance music. Okay, I'm not saying that, but I don't like when house and techno get labeled as EDM because to me, EDM is Martin Garrix, is Tiesto, is that the classic EDM that we grew up with. When I say we, I mean I don't know, like.
Let me
12, right?
Let me explain to you why I agree with you,
okay,
and I also don't agree with you.
Okay.
I agree with you when it gets lumped into what people have labeled
like the umbrella
as EDM.
Yeah, the umbrella. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
The reason that so let me start by saying I agree with you in that sentiment.
Yep.
Here's where I don't agree with you. There is no electronic music that's not dance music.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, let me take that back.
Go ahead. No, go
There
ahead.
is no dance music that's not electronic.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, I see.
That's what I meant to say.
Correct.
So by definition,
Yeah.
house music is electronic dance music. Now, what people did was they took the term EDM and was like, it only means this.
Yeah.
Right.
When by the very definition of it, it doesn't.
Okay.
So when you were coming
That's
up,
what I'm saying.
that's what you got hit with.
It got butchered.
People
Yeah.
came to you and was like, this is what EDM is.
That's talking about dubstep.
That's house and techno. This is what EDM is.
Right.
When a lot of those styles of music, and again, people don't at me, a lot of those styles of music, you don't even necessarily dance to it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Two-step. But
Oh,
yeah,
wait a
I know
minute.
What you're saying.
Did you unplug that
Two-
box?
two-step
Or did
is
you
two-step.
wait, did you plug yours in?
No.
Then what? Oh, no.
Pause.
You were supposed to plug your box in the other side of that extension cord.
Respectfully, I hear what you're saying, but that's not what you said.
No.
We have it on camera.
Plug my cord back in
I
because
got
that's
you.
what's powering
I will
that
do it.
camera.
That makes sense. That's
Yeah,
why I
you
was
were supposed to-
confused. I was like, why would you let me do that?
No,
That's why-
I said plug it into the cord, like the extension cord.
So
that makes sense to me. I was confused. I was like,
So,
why?
Oh, my
Why am I
God.
replacing a cord?
I'll wait for him. So my take on that, the thing is that house and techno is the originator. It is because house came from disco, and
Play with fire, man.
and the thing is that EDM. The reason why we classify as EDM is because they're trying to have a better name for it. Because it used to be that it was rave, that it's bad, and so that's why they come up with that name.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Technically, it was always electronic dance music.
Yes,
You're right.
that's true.
It's always been electronic dance music
Yeah, but
because that's what they would
It's
that's what they would call it.
electronic
Like
made.
that's what they would call house
People
techno.
dance
Yeah.
to it.
They would call rave music. It was all electronic dance music.
Yeah.
If anything,
And
that was
then
like
when they
the original
shortened it to
EDM,
EDM,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
when they used that for the bass
Yeah.
music.
Thank you.
And so the thing is that it's very frustrating to hear like the old heads make fun of like the new stuff. The thing is
That will happen
music,
forever.
Music evolves.
You realize that's a two-way street, by the
Don't
way.
matter. It'll happen forever. I'm doing it right now. To the new
You
kids.
realize that the new
And they
kids
do
make
test?
fun of the old
Yeah.
heads
No,
as well.
I know.
Forever and ever
I
and ever
know.
and ever.
Well, I mean,
I'm
you can't just single out the old heads.
No,
I
without.
you cut me off before I was gonna say it.
I didn't cut you off. You stopped.
Okay.
I have replays.
Now, who's the old head
You
here? That's
you
the
literally
question.
paused, and that's
That's the
when I
question.
said,
You're
that's
right,
a two-way
you're right.
street.
But it's the thing is that we need to understand that the dubstep kids, the rhythm kids, the house people, the techno people, we're all here for the right reasons. We all care about music. And you got to think about logically. How many DJs now are crossing genres? It's a huge thing. Like there's so many DJs now that you see DJs you would never think would play techno or plays drum and bass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're all crossing genres now.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. It's a healthy thing.
I agree.
At the end of the day, we are all family. And that's what's important, is that we're all different subgenres of the industry. And
Yeah.
that, to me, is important. Like,
Yeah.
Are you on mushrooms, man? Why are you so emo right now?
I'm always emotional.
Like, why are you so emo, dog? We're talking about
wanted
the term EDM, and
yeah.
you just went all we are family on us. Like, what is happening right now?
I want to capitalize. That's a good point. It is like it's a home, it's a house,
Yes.
But no, I want you defined it very well. I think that's exactly what you kind of like redefined my take, and that made more sense to me. It's like dance music is something you could dance to, right?
Yep.
And I definitely feel like house and techno and all that stuff is stuff that you can dance to, dance music.
Yeah.
It's EDM for me. That's the term that I personally, and it's definitely a subjective thing. I just don't personally like it. And I hate when house is described as EDM because now it has that connotation. Now today, that's what it's.
But there's-
that's
but
So
the
what
thing-
let me
it's
see if I'm getting. So when
So
you
it's
say
dance
you
music,
hate when
not
it gets
EDM.
classified as EDM, you mean in the current term of EDM, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
Just
so
with the
it's
current
so
faux
it's
pas.
lumped in. Really quick, Dr.
it's,
Bones said, I call it EDM as a catch-all term,
Right. Yeah.
not to use it as a term to put the genres in a box.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm
makes sense.
I'm with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. That makes sense to me, too.
I'm with that. I'm absolutely with that. to touch on what you said a second ago.
Yeah.
Also to touch on what you said, Derek. I think that people cross-pollinating and playing other genres is beautiful when it's done with the proper intention.
Correct.
Because it's not just everybody out here singing Kumbaya and we're a family and we're all playing different music. You got to look at why they're doing it. You got bass people who will play hip hop because it's just a gig. Yeah. And then you listen to them play it and you're like, this person doesn't listen to hip hop. You got hip hop cats that are like, yo, I'm gonna get into the EDM stuff. And they're out here doing quote unquote, and I'm using it in the current term, quote unquote EDM shows. And you listen to them and you're like, this person doesn't listen to this.
Yeah.
They're playing it. You got bass guys that are playing house events and you're listening to them and you're like, they don't listen to house music.
No, you're right.
And I know I'm right. That's why I'm saying it. and you listen to them and you can hear they don't listen to house music. Now, I don't think there is inherently a problem with people cross-pollinating and playing other music. I think the more music that you play, the better.
Yeah.
My only caveat, and take it for whatever it is, my only thing is listen to the music, get into the music, and enjoy the music, because it shows when you DJ, when you play. If I played a tear out dubstep, can I play a tear out dubstep? Yes, I can. Can I play a dope tear out dubstep set? Yes, I can, because I'm fucking amazing. I can do anything. Now, awesome. When I play it, for those that aren't in the know, they'll be like, yo, he's killing it. For the people who their passion is tear out dubstep, they're going to watch me play that and they're going to be like, this guy has never listened to these tracks, or this guy doesn't listen to this music.
That's a real perspective.
He's going through the motions, but he doesn't listen to it. You know what I mean? Like, so that's my thing. I watch people play whatever genre, insert any two genres. Yeah. I've watched people just decide. I've seen it on Facebook. Oh, I think I'm gonna play a drum and bass set this weekend. And then I'm like, do you listen to drum and bass?
No, you're
right.
And
it's like, no, I've never heard them talk about it. I've been in cars with them. They've never played it. And then I watched them play the set and I'm like, they don't listen to drum and bass at all whatsoever. I'm not even a drum and bass guy, and I can tell that they don't listen to drum and bass. You know what I mean? So yes, the cross-pollination is great, but it's not always in the sense of unifying the community and us all being a family. Well, it's in the sense of a lot of times it's just to get more gigs. It's just to get on just to get onto a lineup. Well, this lineup is house. Okay, I'm going to play house so that I can be on that lineup.
Well, you've told me that before, but one person that's told me that really stuck with me, that literally just what you just said stuck with me, is Blackbird. Blackbird's told me, he's like, listen, this person.
First of all, this is my podcast, and we don't give props to anyone except for me. So,
yo, I forgot to say, by the way, props to Thaiger for real. Oh my God.
So
dude's just such a ledge.
Oh, so my God. He told me the same things you've told me before, is that you could tell when a person that is playing that isn't really immersed in their music. So when a person that is a house guy, like, so if I was a house guy, I'm a house guy. So if I went and played dubstep, people can see that I'm not that involved in that style, even though there's tracks I love.
Why are you just repeating what I just said?
So I'm just saying.
I'm just curious.
Why are we not all just repeating?
I thought you were about to tell me that he said it in a different way. It's literally what I said.
It's literally the same thing.
That's true.
Literally exactly what I said.
I'm lucky I've had all these.
Also, hold on real quick. Yeah. For those that don't know, this is what me and Derek do. So don't think that I'm just sitting on a stream making fun of Derek for 2 hours or whatever. It's just how we are. Okay.
This is.
I'm glad you said it like that.
Back to your regularly scheduled program.
No, this is literally.
I do this too sometimes.
Literally our friendship.
Like, you guys are cute. I like that.
Okay, don't get all emo.
No,
we can leave it at that. We can leave it right there. That's where it's at. That's all we need. That's all we need.
I love you guys.
Also, to touch on what you said, Derek, really quick.
That was you.
The family thing, I think that's the idea and that's the sentiment, and it's beautiful. And I pray that it gets there.
Yeah.
But we just had a literal meltdown in the community, and we're not going to talk about why. We're not going to be specific, but we just literally had a meltdown in the community because someone didn't like a genre of music and voiced it aggressively.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but that never happens in our scene ever. So this is like a one-off
No,
thing.
that's not true.
And that will really? Are you
no,
sure?
that's not
No,
true.
I don't know, man. I know EDM, Facebook, and Twitter pretty well.
No,
And
that's
they
been
never
going-
overreact.
That's
They're
been going
always
on for,
very
that's been going on for a
level-headed.
while.
There was a time.
Tiger will tell you. It's
There
been
was
going on.
a time, and I distinctly remember this, and I have pictures of it and video.
Yeah.
There was a time where, and this is in Cleveland, and it wasn't that long ago,
Yeah.
that you would go to drum and bass shows, and there would literally be people wearing T-shirts and hoodies that said "fuck house."
Right.
Yeah.
Which is so whack.
It
so
was
many
always
reasons.
a weird thing.
It's so weird.
And I know the original like "fuck house" shirts were at house events.
It's so
You know what I
dumb,
mean?
too,
And it was like
'cause
an ironic thing, but these people were taking it to heart and were like, it's always been so weird to me. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why would you? House is the mother of all this.
Yeah,
Like,
and they're
least you
20
ain't gotta
BPM
like
off.
it. You ain't gotta like it. I'm not saying everybody has to like house. I'm not saying that at all whatsoever.
But the mother
don't.
Don't
like
hate
house.
it. Don't hate it.
The mother is house.
Don't hate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you don't be like, yo, screw that. And the individuals involved in the meltdown that just happened.
No.
You ain't gotta like the genre of music, but damn, like also at the same time, that aggressive randomly on a whatever day it was in the morning. Like, but
Well,
you know, here's the thing. I don't agree with what they said, but I will fight to the death for their right to say it.
I agree.
Yeah, I feel that.
You know what I
agree.
mean?
'Cause,
And,
like,
I feel that.
and we don't need to go too
No, we're
much.
not talking
too,
about it.
too
We're
much
not gonna
into
talk
it, but
about
yeah, like as far as the community being a family, I think
Yeah.
that's beautiful, and I think it should be. And I think
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I want to get.
Okay.
I want to make that very clear. I'm not
Yeah.
either one of you. I'm not disagreeing with y'all. What I'm saying is that is the idea and that is the sentiment. However, we did just have an
Oh, it was
extreme,
ridiculous.
like a nuclear meltdown over
Well,
somebody not
I
liking the
think
genre.
everyone is entitled to their opinion, right? Obviously, you're entitled to your opinion no matter what. Okay, so if you don't like a certain genre, right? I don't like house. I'm not a big house guy. I'll be real with you. I know that sounds so silly. So many people. 'Cause
Wait, I
hold on
thought you
really
were a
quick.
house
I'm
guy.
not cutting you off.
I don't like house.
Dr. Bones said
not real house.
opinions matter, but having hard opinions can hurt people.
Ooh,
I
that's a good
I
one.
dig
I like
that.
that.
Okay,
That's
John,
good.
go
That's
ahead.
good,
What
brother.
were you saying?
No, so like you're entitled to your opinion, right? Here's my thing. You're entitled to your opinion and you're entitled to not like something, a genre, whatever it may be. When you start personally attacking people, right? It doesn't matter about the genre anymore, right? You're personally
Yeah, it's not
attacking
about
Yeah.
it's not about the
people.
music
You're
anymore.
personally attacking people.
100%.
So that's the difference for me.
And
That's
I
the
feel like
line.
that
That's the
happened
line.
in this most recent
And
situation.
that was,
I don't know what happened, but
that
I
was-
heard maybe
I feel like
was like that.
it started happening where people were attacking each other.
I heard maybe
Well,
it was
that
like
was-
that.
and it got a little. Damn it!
sorry.
Give me a second. I'm gonna stop in a second. People started attacking each other, and it got a little weird.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. Obviously, I'm not saying no names. I'm not calling anybody out. You're passionate about what you do. Sometimes passion leads to weird things happening, but it got a little bit weird.
true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
What were you about to say, Derek?
So I think that when that came out that happened as the person, a certain person took it very personal, and needs to realize it has nothing to do with that person, and just let it be. And then you just took it to another level,
Yeah.
and need to understand that at the end of the day, if we're gonna play what we're gonna play, and that's okay.
That's for damn sure.
If you don't
Exactly what I'm
if
gonna
you don't
play.
like what we play, then don't come. It's
Right.
really that simple.
Sure.
It's really that simple. If you don't like it, don't get me wrong. The person was wrong to sit there and put the whole category in one section, which is BS. That was wrong. I agree with that.
Question, mid thought question. Would you consider that discrimination? Like grouping a group into one?
Yes.
I kind of feel
Yes.
like it is.
Yes.
I want your opinion.
Yes.
Would you consider that
yes, absolutely.
could we call that like musical discrimination?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right,
Absolutely.
please continue.
So are you
Raven also said yes. Really quick before you continue. Liz said it's better than the knitting community drama.
dude?
My sister knits.
I hear some crazy
and
stuff.
Dr. Bones said passion equals. Oh, also, y'all probably don't know this. So whenever the podcast is going on, sometimes I'll interject to talk about what the chat is saying.
Yeah.
Okay, really quick. Dr. Bones said passion equals personal. All right,
I like that.
Derek,
I like that.
Derek,
Well, the
please
thing-
continue.
Well, the thing is that at the end of the day, when I understand where the people are coming from, and getting upset from it because you know, at the end of the day, people don't realize how much time and effort we really put into this. And whatever style it is, that's okay because that's how you feel. And if you're going to sit there and not have passion of what style you really enjoy and what you want to do, then you're not doing it for the right reason.
Yeah, then go home.
Yeah, it's really that simple. So to have somebody sit there and attack you and say things like that personally, because you're going to take it personal. I get it. Maybe it's not about you personally.
Don't put names in there, man. That's for me. Again, it's like if you're personally attacking someone, we're not even talking about music anymore. Respectfully, we're not talking about If you're gonna sit there and say, "Oh, I'm disliking a certain genre,"
especially the person that's cool, not an artist.
But if you put names,
the person that said it is not an artist. Well, that's the other thing.
I genuinely want to say, go ahead.
Really quick, Brian just popped up in a Twitch chat.
Yeah.
Twitch chat. He said, "Love you all."
My boy. Really quick, I do want to say this, like, dead ass. I really didn't see the situation. I want to make that clear. I just heard things, and that's how it always goes. I feel like,
okay,
but like, I feel like the issue is exactly that. It's like, again, everyone has access to a computer. Everyone has access to a Facebook wall, and you can say whatever you want. You can do that if you want. It's
true.
But you're not.
That's very true.
You're then not. You're liable for that, right? You put that out there. You're liable that people are going to see it, and people are maybe disagree or agree with you, but they're going to talk to you about it.
Freedom of speech doesn't necessarily mean freedom from consequences.
Thank you.
Correct.
Thank you. Well said.
And we don't get to decide how people react to something.
Yeah.
While I might not have reacted as strongly, I can't fault the individual for reacting like that.
Yeah.
I don't have to agree with it. Like I said, on both sides, like I don't agree, but I will fight to the death for the right to say it. At the same time, I feel like the whole thing could have been handled a little bit differently. But then we don't know the reason for the original comment. Maybe they were just trolling. Maybe they were just having a little bit of fun, and then it boiled over into something else. You know what I mean?
And maybe it's personal issues too, going out that way.
That thing got so big, it reached out to Chicago.
That's funny, man.
Yeah. Like, Chicago's probably laughing at Cleveland right now.
Cracking me up.
The thing is, why
I'm laughing at Cleveland.
Why I got annoyed by it more than anything is that they're trying to sit there and say, as a whole, that Cleveland's industry and scene is trash. That's why I was like, really? You know, we've worked hard at this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have, if you was to look at 10 years ago of what it was to it is now, we have so many different options.
Yeah.
And it's so much more diverse. It's so much more expanding. There's so many people has so many opportunities to do what you want to do.
Dude.
Like we have opportunities for people to jump on, to play, to just learn. Like, are you kidding me? 10 years ago?
Derek, stop staring at yourself.
And I love that, man.
I'm gonna turn that. I'm gonna turn that thing off.
You should.
I'm gonna turn that thing off.
Just get this.
Originally, I was just gonna have the chat on that.
I mean, I love it personally, but no, that's all I get.
But no,
I only have that there so y'all could see this cool stuff.
No,
and Derek's looking.
So my point is that if you look at the industry when I started, it's completely different.
Back in my day.
Wait a minute. Let me pause you for a second. So here's the rule of thumb for podcasting. Look at me. Because we're talking.
I know.
We're having a conversation. I know sometimes I'm looking away, but it's because I got to man a lot of things up here. But just always look at me.
So I think
whenever you're talking.
I think for me,
even if I'm not looking at you, you look at me.
So I think,
and then I'll see you seeing me.
Yeah. So and even when you're not thinking about Thaiger or talking to Thaiger, you should still be thinking about Thaiger and talking about Thaiger.
I think for me, I think why I do that is that I think I'm looking at who's
oh my God.
Who's listening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's what
this dude did all that preaching and slapped the microphone.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'd be slapping everything.
Whatever. I mean, you got nothing.
Slapping this thing.
I actually crushed a beer on one of these one time.
I think it's the one you're on right now.
Dude,
it probably still has stains on it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So you know, my thing is that you know I get very upset that to sit here and look that we have so many guys out here and so many females, like people that work so hard into creating so many different styles and give us so many different options. And then there's people that want to troll it on the internet and be like, there's too much this night, or there's this. You know, if you really understand about the promotion game, come work it. and come talk to us.
Or do it. Yeah, exactly.
I feel like Derek took some of that personally.
I do.
Like Derek has a lot of emotions.
I do.
Derek took
and
that
I love
personally.
That. And I love that. You know
because I take this stuff serious. Because the thing is that I woke up one day and said, I want to be a person that works hard to give people opportunities in the industry. And I've done it multiple times.
How did I know you were going to turn this around to be about you?
Whatever, motherfucker. he says it to me all the time. John, that's his
I could never see it.
How did I know that you were going to turn it around?
But
no way.
you could sit here. I guarantee you could sit here and ask how many different artists I've given opportunities for.
Sure.
Raven said D took this personal.
I do. I take this industry very personal because it's my passion.
I love that. I love that for
and
you.
I'm very passionate about it. And because I don't want someone to sit here and talk about that the industry is shit, which is bullshit.
Well, you want to hear Cleveland's industry is shit, right? You want to hear Cleveland's industry is shit.
I know. I'm sorry. That gets me hyped. That, like, you know me, I'm the nicest dude in the world.
I think everyone's working towards a common goal of trying to make Cleveland seen as like prominent as possible, and I think that we do get a lot of flack. I think that, which is crazy to me, that the like Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is in Cleveland, and everyone's like, "Oh, what, Cleveland music? What are you talking about? It's crazy. No way." And we also get like little brothered by Chicago, by Detroit, and by New York for sure, all day and every day. So going to what you were saying, because I agree with it. That's what I'm talking about. Like, if you take pride in our scene, like take pride in our scene, and definitely like. Maybe don't start drama.
And it's
about
really,
the scene.
It's really this simple. I'm gonna say it.
Could be.
Last time
it could
I
be
say
that
it.
simple.
If you don't like what we do, bye.
Don't come. Yeah, don't show up. Don't spend money.
But
if you do, you should start doing that more often.
We work hard at this. We wake
Hey,
up
Joe, what do you know?
We wake up every day to do this because we care about it. It's not because we're out here trying to do this, trying to make this. It's about because we wake up and we want to show you guys things that we can do and give people opportunities to do things.
I think it's 50-50. I really do.
Wait, hold on. What up, Tex? How's it going?
I think it's 50-50.
Oh, Joe's leaving. Later, Joe.
Bye, Joe.
Bye, Joe.
I think it's 50-50. I'm going to be so real about this because I think that it's very, very true. I think that half the people in this industry are in it for the music. I think the other half are in it for, you can call it fame, you can call it clout, you can call it whatever the hell you want to fucking call it. But all I know is that when they get up there to DJ at the party, they don't know what the party is. They just know songs that they like, and they're not curating anything. And so that's where it's like, again, it's like you're gonna sit here in an industry that's full of fakes and full of people that are constantly getting the easiest way out, the shortcut, all these things, and be
that's
like,
music.
it's crazy. It's not, and they're like surprised it's fake people and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, that's why you gotta find the real ones. You gotta find the real ones. You gotta keep them close. You gotta keep that circle close. You guys know I don't talk to a whole lot of people. I keep my people around me. And that's it.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I think as far as the scene goes in Cleveland, I hate the term. This may ruffle some feathers, so I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say that term because I don't think people should have to say that. I think for a long time the scene in Cleveland was shit.
Yeah.
To be completely honest, it was. Like, this is just factual. I think it's a lot better now than it was maybe a few years ago. And I'm not talking many years ago. I'm talking a few years ago. It's a lot better now than it has been. I think that it's been a lot better in the past. Yeah. But the problem with not being able to say that, and if somebody's on the outside looking in, and the last time they saw the Cleveland scene was a few years ago, they're going to say that the Cleveland scene is shit because their scene has already went through that phase.
Sure.
And is in a better place. Chicago has gone through that phase. Oh, yeah. Chicago was the Mecca, and then it went to crap, and now it's back. So they've gone through their phase. I can personally say in DC went through a bad phase where the DC scene was crap, and it's in a better place now. Every scene goes through it. So you gotta look at when they saw it. When was the last time that they were here and got to see it and got to really be involved in it? The last time they were here, they might have been at a warehouse when no one was listening to the DJ and everybody was lined up for a tank. It's happened. Am I saying that that's the normal? No, not at all. But it has happened. You know what I mean? So maybe that was their experience.
Okay.
If that was their experience, they're gonna say the scene is shit.
Yeah, I get it.
That has happened everywhere. I've seen it happen in DC. I've seen it happen in Florida. I've seen it happen in New York. But they get past that. They move on for that. I'll give you an example. In New York, in the club scene, I'm not talking about the rave scene. I'm talking about the club scene.
Okay. Yeah.
New York,
making that distinction.
New York used to be the place to go to dance clubs. And we would go from DC to New York to go to these clubs. Then New York went bottle service.
Oh.
And the club scene went to shit.
Yeah.
And when you would ask somebody, yo, what's the club scene like in New York? People were like, it's shit. It's all bottles. The whole dance floor is just couches. Yeah. And then every other state kind of followed that, which is why a lot of clubs here do it. And then there came a time where New York was like, yo, nobody's dancing. We need to get away from the bottle service thing. There was still bottle service, but the VIP was somewhere else, as it should be.
As it should
be. If you're a VIP, you're not mingling. If you're mingling with everybody else, you're not a VIP. You're showing off. You know what I mean? Like VIPs, the people that are actual VIPs want to come in. They want to have a little section to themselves. They don't want people taking pictures of them. They don't want to show off with nobody. They want to do their thing, have their fun with their people in a section that they paid for, without other people, other knuckleheads and thought pockets trying to sneak into their section to get free drinks.
Preach that shit.
So New York started getting away from it. And again, I haven't been in New York in a little bit, so it might have changed again.
Yeah.
But within the past few years, they got away from the bottle service thing. So depending on when somebody was talking about that scene, they might be like, it was shit.
That's true.
It's the same thing here in Cleveland in the rave scene, if you will, or the party scene. There was a time where the party scene was shit, and there was, if you said it, people got upset about it. Yeah. But it's true. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
An abusive partner doesn't want to hear they're abusive.
That's right. Yeah,
nothing pisses off a racist more than being called racist. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, if the scene is crap, the scene is crap. Now we need to accept it and make it better. Getting mad about it doesn't help. And I'm not, this isn't directed at you, Derek. I want to make this very clear. I'm not directing this at you.
The other people,
But other people in the scene that got upset when people are like, yo, the Cleveland scene is shit. That person might have been here and been to a show where some wild stuff happened and been like, this is not for me. Nope, I'm out. We don't do this where I'm from. Now, the scene right now is in a much better place than it was. But there was a dark period. Yeah. And that dark period lasted a couple years.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's not even the first dark period. The first dark period that I saw was back in the day. And then Cleveland got out of it. And then it went through another dark period. It's ebbs and flows. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Cleveland might have went through a couple of year dark period, but it's definitely getting better. Stuff like what happened on Facebook the other day definitely doesn't help.
No.
It kind of moves it back a little bit, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And I think that whole conversation that took place, because that's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it a conversation.
Sure.
I don't think it has as much to do with, hang on. Tex said, I don't think the Cleveland scene is shit. I mean, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. And then she was like, I'll see myself out. So just so y'all know, Tex's soccer mom is Zed, who is Lil Suspect 24.
Heck yeah.
Tex is her mom.
Yeah, nice. I know.
And by the way, the Cleveland's scene is great. Just want to throw it out there. Shout out Keith.
It is.
Let's talk about scene.
Well, I think
it is. Yeah.
Great dude.
Yeah.
I think that the reason why,
Oh, wait a minute. There was something else that I wanted to touch on that you said.
No, you're right.
What was it?
Scene.
The diversity of stuff to do.
Yeah.
It goes back to, remember how I was talking about people branching out and playing other stuff?
Yeah.
It goes back to the reason that you're doing it, right?
Yeah.
So there was a time where there was one warehouse.
Yeah.
And that's where after hours took place.
Yeah.
Now, I'll say this. There was pros and cons to that. The pro was everybody was under one roof.
Yeah.
And it was unified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the con was there wasn't anything for the drum and bass heads to do. There wasn't anything for the house heads to do as far as after hours. There wasn't anything for, depending on what was going on there that night, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So then you had other people popping up with warehouses. Some of them were doing it with the right intentions. Some of them were doing it without that. Some of them looked at that warehouse and was like, there's a ton of people there. That's a lot of money that can be made. Mm-hmm. I have access to a warehouse. I'm going to start doing that because and a lot of those didn't last for whatever reason. And then
you're
you're
gonna cut corners too, right?
Exactly.
If you're really
Exactly.
not
There was a lot of
scene,
corners cut,
and you're really not committed to the culture, then you're gonna try and replicate it in the cheapest way possible, and that's why the scene gets degraded. Like
for sure.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
Right now, we have a lot of, not a lot. We have a few, and there are people that are putting the time and effort into it. I don't, like I said, I don't like mentioning
names,
venues and whatnot, but I will say Brian puts in work into his video.
Totally agree.
I'll also say, while I don't agree with everything that happens at any of these places, you know what I mean? But I'll give credit where credit is due. I feel like some work is being done over at I'll say the other spot, our Aria spot, or Sleep. No, was it No Sleep?
That works for that.
Was it?
Oh, No
Wait,
Sleep.
what's his DJ name?
I don't know.
No Sleep.
No Sleep. They put work in.
Yeah.
I walked in there and I usually sit at the front door. But they got like CDJ 3000s in there. Like they got actual gear in there for people to DJ on. You know what I mean?
You're talking about No Sleep now? Is that correct?
I'm talking about that venue that he is a parishioner.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I don't like saying the venue names.
Are you talking about Ari Spot or the
Yeah.
other?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Same two people.
They've
worked their ass off to create it.
They put. God damn it! Can I talk? They've put some work in. Again, like I said, I don't agree with everything that happens in any venue, but I give credit where credit is due. Now, I've seen some other places that were basically just four walls and some speakers. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I give the benefit of the doubt. Like, where's this going to go? I'm not going to walk in and be like, oh, this is crap. And I give it time. Let it breathe. Let's see where it goes. Let's see what happens. And some spots don't make it. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with a grassroots spot. Like if you ain't got the money to put into a place, you ain't got the money to put into it. At the same time, where's your heart at and why are you doing it?
Yeah.
I look at the why a lot more than I look at the what. You know what I mean? I'm not necessarily worried about what you're going to play. Why are you playing it? Do you playing it because you love it?
Yeah.
Because if you love it, have at it, man. Do it to it. Or are you playing it because it's the cool thing to play right now? Yeah. There's a lot of people in the scene right now. And as always, I'm not saying any names.
Nah.
Really quick, let me tell a story.
Please.
My dad told me the story one time. He said when he was a kid, he would walk home from school past a wooden fence. He couldn't see on the other side, but he knew there was these dogs on the other side that would run back and forth and bark at him. And one day he decided to pick up a rock and he lobbed it over the fence, right? And then he asked me, which one do you think yelped? And I was like, the one that got hit. And he was like, exactly. He came home. There was a lamp broken. I was like, I didn't do it. He was like, you're doing a lot of yelping. I'm like, what do you mean? And then he told me that story. Having said that, now let me say this. Yeah. There's a lot of people in the bass music community that don't even particularly like bass music. They play it at events. And I'm not saying it's like the ones that are always playing, but every now and again you'll see them playing it, and they're playing it at events, and they don't even particularly like it. They don't love it like they pretend they do, but they do it because that's where the half-naked girls are. Is at the bass shows. So that's why they're playing it. They're playing it to try to get next to these chicks or try to get next to the dealer or trying to get, free access to this venue. That's why they're doing it. That's why I say look at the why as opposed to looking at the what. And the reason why I brought that up is because I felt like earlier I was talking about a lot of bass people playing house music, but it's a two-way thing. I personally know people that don't even rock with bass music like that play it. No, it's not you, Derek. No, it's not you, Derek.
You never see it.
No, it's not neither one of y'all. Because I know Raven plays a lot of different kinds of stuff. So no, this is not Raven. No, it's not John. No, it's not anybody that y'all would think. You know what I mean? But there's I personally know people that don't even really rock with bass music. Yeah. But they do it because it's the cool thing to do.
Yeah. And they'll be gone.
Exactly. What'll happen is the next cool thing will come up.
Yeah.
And then they'll see a hip hop show and there'll be a bunch of chicks or a bunch of whatever. They'll be like, oh, I'm gonna start doing that. Yeah. And these there's a bunch of chameleons, man. There's a bunch of chameleons. Same thing with house. When house was Frankie Knuckles said this, every few years, there's always genres of music coming out, right? But he goes, it always circles back around the house.
Yeah.
Every few years, it circles
Frankie
right back around. He knows who the hell
'Cause
Frankie
we need to
Knuckles is.
heal.
He knows who Frankie Knuckles is.
You don't think I know who Frankie Knuckles
Bro,
is?
you
That's
think he makes
insulting.
house
I'm hurt.
music and he doesn't know who
right
Frankie
now.
Knuckles
I'm
is?
hurt
I'd
right
be
now.
shocked.
You know, my mom actually was.
What do you mean
in
you would be?
Chicago
Hold
during
on,
those
John.
times?
Hold on, John.
That's the
Let me
best part,
let me handle this one. Stand down.
Here we go.
What do you mean you would be shocked if he knew who Frankie Knuckles is?
kid.
I'm
It
hurt.
doesn't matter.
I'm a kid.
It doesn't matter.
I'll
Bro,
take it though.
there's children who know who Kennedy is. There's
Yeah.
children who know who Malcolm X is. There's children who know who Martin Luther King is.
Yeah.
Like, if you are into something, you know what it is. If you're into equality, you know who Martin
You're
Luther King
right.
is.
You're right.
If you're into house music, you
My
know
bad.
who Frankie Knuckles is.
And you know
If
what
you're
love
into
is,
house
baby.
music and you don't know who Frankie Knuckles is, you need to do your homework.
Facts.
That's something that I will tell people they need to
Learn-
do. I'm not
learn
going to
your
tell them.
history.
I'm not going to tell them that they need to know how to play vinyl. I'm not
Learn
going to
your
say they
history.
need to know how to play
Look at John, look
CDJs.
at John.
But if you don't
hurt.
know who
Yeah.
Frankie Knuckles is, that's something you need to know.
Well, and like learn your history, learn your culture, right? Because that's the thing. You are a culture vulture if you don't. That's the issue. Like, I'm gonna say it straight up with a bold face, dead ass. If you don't know your history, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're playing. That's the big thing. People don't know what they're playing. They don't know what they're doing.
Yes.
They have no idea the art that went into it. They have no idea, how many days we spent in that Chicago house, right?
Yeah.
With the 808 machine, right? And
Which
doing
actually
this stuff.
started in New York, but then moved to Chicago.
That's true. It's
Yep,
true.
yep.
That
It
is-
started
that
in
is
New
true.
York.
No,
It became house in Chicago.
Thank
Yes.
you for saying that. That's
It
exactly
was
what
warehouse
happened.
stuff
Yep.
in New York, and
It
then
was.
the creators, I think, wasn't it Frankie and
Detroit.
wasn't it like Larry Levan
and Detroit, yeah.
So Detroit was the techno scene, though, right?
But
Yes.
well, that's
Yeah.
that was
So it
sorry,
started-
techno, but
it
yes,
started-
exactly that. Yeah,
New York, and then moved to Chicago and
Correct.
became
house.
house in Chicago.
Right.
So when people say, "Yeah, house was created in Chicago," yes, it was.
Yeah.
It started there, and then
Yeah.
moved over.
That's funny.
For
That's,
sure.
That's funny. I'm not gonna take anything you said personally, by the way, Derek. And I appreciate you think that I am a kid.
No, take
'cause
that personal.
I'm so
Punch-
old.
Punch
I appreciate
him
that you think I'm young.
in his middle back.
Well,
Dude,
I
punch
will-
me in my middle back.
I will say something about John.
Yeah.
So the thing about John, when he
John sitting next to you, or
Yes.
John Doe?
Me.
Okay,
John,
you got to be specific.
There's
There's
a
a lot of
couple
Johns.
Johns.
There's a lot of Johns in the scene.
John,
That's true, man.
Wait, that
John-
sounds like prostitution.
There's
There's a lot of people
Johns in the scene,
named
bro.
John,
John.
in the scene.
And they all cool for real.
John in real life. One thing I've noticed about him.
What about online?
Well, let's talk about in real life because that's
So
you know what I mean, that's,
he literally come out of nowhere, and he has this presence about him. And at first, when I met him, I'm like, "Who's this guy?"
he's a fake.
He
is.
I mean,
No, I
I'm gonna
agree.
lie. Like,
Well, yeah.
but then I seen the way he plays, the way that he works his craft.
Appreciate
And
it.
you were
I'm
like, "Damn, this
almost-
dude is better than me." Like, I
Appreciate
got
Yeah.
it. Appreciate it.
He's
appreciate
better
it.
than me.
Different.
For
Different.
No, he's better than me.
Nah,
For
man.
sure.
I think that here's my take, by the way. Because
So
let's
I
go back
res-
to what
so
T
listen,
said.
let me
dude.
finish.
Wait a
No,
minute,
please
wait
go
a
ahead.
Let me
sorry.
finish.
Yeah.
So the thing is that he caught my attention.
Let me
real-
finish.
Let me
Gotta
finish, bitch. Let me
finish. Let me
finish.
finish real quick.
He is talking about me, so I do kind of
So-
want him to finish.
So the thing is that when I first met him, I was like, "Who is this cat?" I'm like, I didn't know if he was really about it because I thought at first it was about.
And I'll take that,
It was
yeah.
about ego. I'm not gonna lie.
because he bout it.
Yeah,
Because I really am.
I know, but you. The
Oh
thing-
wait, hold on.
thing is-
While you're saying that, let me run to the door real quick and get to Guadana.
No, please do.
Do you want us to finish or wait for you?
finish. I can hear you.
Oh, thank
Okay.
you, bro.
So the thing is that when I first met you,
Yeah.
I thought for sure that you're another.
I come off very douchey.
Yeah.
And very fake. Yeah.
And no
I agree.
offense.
No, it's okay. I don't take offense.
and so I thought for sure you're just like another guy that's out here wants to be a club DJ,
Especially a
that's
tech house.
That's about ego and all this bullshit.
Yeah.
And I get it, and like that's why I was patient with you because
Appreciate it. Yeah.
because like people think I'm like that.
I
Because, I mean,
can see that too.
You know what I'm saying? Like because I come off as a fucking
Thaiger's like
wolf
that
daddy,
for,
so I get it.
My God.
And then
Now-
I started watching you play.
Yeah.
Let me talk.
Please, no,
I
appreciate it.
started watching you play, and then I'm like,
You still
no.
talk about me too. That's the best part.
I'm like, nah, like he's really about it. Like,
Thank you.
and like you put your work in, you
Yeah.
you started doing your own thing, make your own shows,
Yeah.
and like, dude, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, man.
Like
Thank you. That means
you've
a lot.
worked your ass off
Yeah.
to earn it.
Yeah.
Remember this. people can come in out of nowhere and be like, I'm this motherfucker.
No, yeah. And it means a lot, man.
And then prove it.
Because that's the thing too, is that like I think that I kind of came into the scene with the confidence of just knowing that I wasn't a culture vulture, that I knew what I was talking about, all that good stuff. But then it takes people like you guys to actually see it, know it, and be like, no, that he's a real one. And you can't. I'm gonna say this right off the rip because I kind of chose a bum name if you're gonna be a fake. Because like I can't, right? Like I can't hide behind anything. I don't, bro. We can talk about that another time,
dude.
Thank you.
I like that name.
If you're gonna do that, right? If I'm gonna say that, if I'm gonna claim John in real life, then I have to be a real life person.
Put that away. I'm literally about to give you some guarana.
A real life person, you know what I mean, and be real about it. And I thank you for saying it though. It really does mean a lot to me.
Because think about
because my mom was there in Chicago during that time. Shout out moms. But thank you so much. But I truly believe, by the way, she's the reason I have any musical talent at all.
So Thaiger, give us some Brazilian pop.
I'm smelling. I'm doing the.
Ooh, it smells good.
Yeah, waft it. Real quick, just finish up with my mom. She was in Chicago during that time. Super dope. And so it's just, I think I get all my music talent and feeling from her because I feel like I was there, low key. You know what I mean?
That's where I got all mine from. My mother.
I was an egging her, yeah, but like I was there.
But no, like
I've heard Frankie.
The thing is that I've always noticed about you and watched you and grow.
Yeah.
You've absolutely, dude. You've proven me over and over again that my instincts were right. Like
Thank you, man.
At the beginning, right. You know, I could feel a certain way, but then I started seeing it. I'm like, no, he's about it.
Yeah.
And you know, the thing is that in our industry, we have so many guys that come in here that are just like me.
Hot ticket.
You know, I think John in real life is a great name.
Thanks, man.
Because it shows that you're saying I'm John in real life, the meaning I'm John.
That's the goal,
I'm
man.
humble.
And I want people to I want people to experience quote unquote real life when I'm DJing. I want people to be connected to themselves, to each other, to the music, right? Presence is everything to me. Presence is everything. So
I know it is.
The whole real life, that's exactly what that is. Right? It's like I want you to be in real life with each other, with me. And I mean, this is between us too. Like you're the listener, I'm the DJ. Like I want it to be intimate, and so you'll see me a lot of times. I like playing those intimate spots more for that reason, right? Like it's cool to play big stages with lots of people. But like, give me a speakeasy with 50
Derek,
people.
you're not supposed to try it yet.
That really like house and really.
You're not
like
supposed to try. I told you not to try it yet.
Stuff.
Oh, my bad.
We're gonna all try it together.
Idiot. God, especially when I'm getting this like this. You know what I mean? Like, no, but I'm sorry. But like, yeah, give me 50 people that really like the jazzy shit and let me rock. And give me 5 hours. By the way, don't give me 45 minutes.
I hate 45 minutes. That's
I can't do
okay.
it.
Hold on, before y'all continue, we're gonna try
this, please. Yes.
Guaraná, which is Brazilian soda, number one soda in Brazil. I believe.
This is good.
All right, y'all ready?
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
Saúde.
Salud.
It's almost like a ginger ale.
So it's a pop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't drinking anything else. Soda. Oh no, it's pop. It's pop for sure.
Tiger doesn't do anything like that.
Yeah.
So I'm not from Ohio, man. Soda.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
That was good.
Okay, sorry. Getting back to this. This is delicious, by the way. Speaking of which, because I came in with a cup kind of similar to this. It's giving me vibes of that, which is why I asked to make sure there wasn't any alcohol in it. But
Tech said gatekeeping his drink. Wow, dang, T.
Yeah, bro. I gatekeep everything, by the way. You can keep that on your mama. I don't even care. Going back to don't come up at me and Shazam my stuff. But like, again, that's what we talked about. And I think it's very obvious just within the DJs, in the DJ community, like the real ones. We're like, hey, man, you like my track? Cool. Come up. Yeah. Talk to me. You can have it.
Yeah.
You can have it. You know what I mean? All you got to do is ask. But if you're not going to ask and you're going to steal in front of me, like it is. It's not stealing, but it is, right? Like you know it's wrong.
Well, the thing is of being, there's so many different artists. It's going to happen.
Yeah,
we're going to have so many different artists that are coming up. We don't realize that are people looking up to us to be like,
bro,
Let me get this shit.
You know, one
You know
thing I don't like about our genre
it's inappropriate.
is that like, so I'm sure maybe you guys don't find this. I find this sometimes where I know a track will be released, right? Let's say it's a bigger track from a bigger artist, and I know a lot of people. I know that track is gonna get played, right, by I mean 5 people right off the top of my head, Thursday night, right, or Friday night or whatever like that is. So then for someone like me, I don't like playing those type of tracks because of that. Because I know, and a great one was that new Clooney track, Stephanie, right? It's a great song, like Young Ma, like remix, so good. I love it personally, but I will not play it anymore because I know that it's too good, and it came out and everyone got it, and I'm done with it.
I don't think I really play new tracks. I usually sit on tracks for like a good 5 years.
And you stem too, which is why like I do. Never mind. We're not gonna sit here and jump on.
Well,
Tuesday,
I predicted out of control. I predicted that
out of control.
Yes,
the Odd Mom one.
Yes, predicted it.
I think
the next big track this year. Remember, I say this. It will be the biggest track of this year for house. Guaranteed.
This one.
Act of God.
Act of God. Oh, is that the Lane George one?
Yep.
I have no idea what y'all are even talking about.
I hate this track, bro.
I love it.
You know what I hate? I hate anybody who's going to take religion and try to like play with it and like.
Well, it's not really. No, religion.
Hold on. It is, dude. It is. That's what you're playing on the whole like. Oh my God, the music is our religion. And like, I am God. No, this is why I'm because you're saying I am God.
Okay, now I see what you're saying.
I'm God.
Yeah,
right?
Makes sense.
I agree with you.
And you're worshiping at my shit, and that's not cool.
That's a cult. That's a cult.
I'm not cool with that.
Yeah, now that you finished.
Yes, thank you.
Not for a lack of people not trying to interrupt you. But now that you finished the thought, I agree with you. At first, I was a little weird because there has been Gospel House has been a thing.
Gospel House is incredible.
Yeah. No, I mean, one of the original house tracks was called House of God.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? House of God, God's house. $50 or more, God, which I still don't know what the hell $50 or more thing.
No, but anyway, thank you for saying that because that's what I mean.
But yeah. Now when you're, I agree with you 100%. It feels like a cult. When they're like worship me, and that's weird. Yeah, that's really weird.
And now I want you guys to talk about something real quick. I'm gonna bring it up. I want you guys to talk about something real quick because I was not there. This is something I was not there for. Right. So back in the day, I hear that the DJ wasn't even visible. That you could just go to a freaking party, right, and people were going towards the music sound. Like people were going towards the speakers, right?
Well, Derek doesn't know.
Yeah, but yes, that's what I'm saying.
Right? Yes,
I know about it.
And see, Derek, this is why I talk like how I talk because I know I wasn't there, so I'm not trying to be that.
All the original clubs that I was sneaking into.
There you go. Yep.
Like when I was like 12, to be honest.
Hell yeah.
A lot of them. A lot of the clubs. I've been to a lot of the legendary clubs, specifically in New York and DC.
Okay. Yeah.
One of the first clubs I started going to, when you walk into this place and you'll walk through the whole club and not even know that there was. I know what time it is, man.
Oh,
don't do that.
No,
don't do that.
Cool.
Don't never do that.
Don't finish, please.
I'm going to finish, but Derek, never do that, dude. I am a professional and I know what I'm doing. I have my phone is right here and I check the time. Don't.
What are you worried about anyway? I'm back to back with Thaiger. You don't have to worry about it, bro. You said that earlier.
You would walk in. Yeah. And the particular club that I went to, it took me a month and a half to figure out where the DJ
was. That's sick.
So because I didn't ask anybody, I would just look around.
Yeah.
Turns out when you walked into this place, you walked down a hallway. This was actually the biggest nightclub on the East Coast. Yeah. You walked into this place, you walk in and you walk past some pool tables and a full arcade, and then the room opened up to the main room. That wall hooked this way. We would always dance right there. Like there was a dance floor there, but then there was the main dance floor. This was the beginner side. I didn't dare touch the other one.
Sure.
Not for like,
not 12.
Well, I was new, but not for a few weeks. But anyway, like eventually I just asked this chick, yo, where's the DJ? Yeah. And she went like that. And I turned around and looked up. When that wall hooks over, if you look that way, it was where the glass was, and the DJ was up there.
Wow.
Studio 54 was like that too.
Okay.
From what my mom tells me, Studio 54 was like that.
Yeah.
Limelight was like that.
Okay.
Club USA, I believe, was like that. A lot of the clubs, the DJ was like upstairs.
Right.
And you knew who the DJ was.
Yeah.
not because they were sexy or they were whatever. because you were really into what they were playing.
Because they
Yeah.
could do
And
that
so you found out. You know what I
that
mean?
shit. Yeah,
like people
bro.
found out who Frankie Knuckle was. Not
Yeah.
not that it was like somebody was on the mic yelling his name,
No.
or he was down on the dance floor on a freaking 6-foot table DJing in front of everybody. It's because it was so good, you just had to know.
Yes. Yeah. No.
Eric Patton, who I'm friends with on right now, to this day I'm friends with him. He's probably the main reason that I DJ. He was the DJ of that club, and we became friends. He gave me like my first house records. He gave to me.
Oh, yeah.
I still have them. But yeah, he wasn't front and center. But everybody knew who he was. It's because he was that damn good.
Exactly.
He was just really good.
Exactly.
His skill spoke for. He talked with his music.
Yes.
That's how he showed off. He showed off with his music. He talked with his music.
Thank you.
And so people would seek him out to find out who he is because of that.
The storyteller.
He wasn't on the flyer for that spot.
Okay.
Like that. Here's the thing. That spot was going to be packed regardless. Okay. Right?
Yes.
He just happened to be damn good.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And that's why I say it's continuing like that. Okay. So one last follow-up question. I'm done. This is not like a mic drop moment, but it's very much like a this is what I was trying to get at moment. Is so because of the modern day and age of DJing, we have so many artists. We have so many artists now that want to be that. Like they want to be a singer, they want to be a rapper, they want to be a dancer.
What are you doing to the microphone, bro?
I'm trying to follow it with it.
Yeah. Okay, really quick, another quick podcast lesson. You don't move it here. You move it with this.
Oh, okay.
I was carrying this.
It's covered.
Yeah, you don't even do it like that. Hold it like this.
You don't even see your face.
Like the whole thing.
I was just like
so yeah. Last follow up question. I promise I'm done here. Is exactly that. So again, like nowadays, you can get away with DJing really bad because you are a quote unquote performer, and I personally would like to get out of that. That is all I want to say. That's all I want to go into. I think you have to be a performer to do this. That's fine. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the music's got to come first. Your mixing has to come first. And you have to actually be able to mix because there's a difference between mixing and changing one song to the next.
Yes.
Right? All that's got to come first. And then you can be a star, and you can be John Summit if you want to be John Summit, and you can just do that and be cool.
We don't say no names.
I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. Hey, that was respect, bro. I love that guy. That was not disrespect. That
I
was
know.
all respect. But sorry, that person. If you want to be that person, you can't be that person. That's totally fine with me. But you and I, all of us in here know that person didn't start off as that person, right? They started off growing all the way up to it.
What I would say to that,
Yeah.
hold on, Derek, I'll let you speak in a second. What I would say to that is I think the process should be, because a lot of people skip one of these processes.
Yeah.
And it's not always the same one.
Yeah.
So the process should be, first you learn how to DJ. Before you start playing out,
Sure.
learn how to DJ.
Yes.
Now, again, once you learn how to DJ, before you start playing out, learn how to perform.
Okay. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of new DJs that have been DJing for a hot second, and they get an opportunity because they're known, and they're just standing there playing music.
What's it called? Serato face? Is that what they call it? Or record box face?
I don't know.
Staring.
Yeah, they're just standing there playing the music. Yeah. And they're not really doing anything. They're not performing. They're not even really dancing.
No, I agree with that.
They do a little bit. I'm not saying you got to be a freaking back on 74 backup dancer.
Banger.
But do something. If you're concentrating that hard on the DJing, you didn't spend enough time learning how to DJ.
And are you having fun? Right?
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the thing. This should be fun.
I used to tell John that if we're not dancing, why would we expect the people watching us to dance?
I love it.
Like back when me and John were doing Nova Souls. So a lot of people skip the learning how to DJ part and go straight to performing.
Yeah.
There's also people that skip the performing part and go straight to just DJing.
Okay. I see that.
And both of them are necessary, especially nowadays.
Yeah.
Now, on the flip side of that, half of the blame goes to the DJ. The other half goes to the scene itself, because the scene has become so complacent and so pseudo supportive that anyone that shows up to DJ, people are going to come out and they're going to rock with them and try to make them feel good. But what they don't realize is they're doing more damage than good, because it's kind of like when I tell people, when people come to my house, I say, when you meet my dog, no touching, no talking, no eye contact. Here's the reason for that. It has nothing to do with being mean. If he comes up to you wagging his tail and being all hyperactive and you're petting him, you're rewarding bad behavior.
Reactivity.
And now you're messing up what I've spent months getting him to not do. You feel what I'm saying?
I do.
So it's the same thing for DJs. If as a DJ, I come out and I do a subpar performance and everybody's going nuts, right? I think that's what I'm supposed to do. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. You know what I mean? I'm not going to learn how to DJ more. I'm going to just lean on the performance because people are rewarding that. So I feel like the scene itself, I'm not saying we got to hate on people at all whatsoever.
I am.
You should. I don't feel like you should make people feel like crap.
Yeah.
At the same time,
Well, okay,
constructive criticism doesn't hurt.
Yes.
Hey, man, you did great. I am your friend. You did great.
Right.
These are the things that you should work on
Yes.
for your presence in what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Coming from your friends, coming from me, they're not going to like the way that I say it, because I don't have to sugarcoat what I say. If I ain't like it, I ain't like it. That don't mean I'm hating.
Exactly. Yeah.
At the same time, like, hey, mix more. Your friends can be like, hey, mix your songs more. Let them ride a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like,
And you can cater their feelings all you want
Yeah.
to, or whatever, if you want to make them feel better about it or whatever. But I will be honest, personally, I didn't get real good until people started to humble me. Yeah, I didn't get really good
Yeah,
until,
I've been there.
people started to
I've been
actually
there.
give me real advice. Because
Yeah,
what you
I've
said
definitely been
earlier
there.
is so real. Too many fake cheerleaders, too many people coming
Yeah.
out and just saying, "Oh, it was a great set, man." If I hear great set one more time, I'm
yeah.
lose it.
I've seen-
I know it. As you said earlier, you know it. You
Oh,
know
yeah.
you played a good
Oh, yeah.
set.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
But,
you know.
Yeah, have you seen that meme where it says that transition was bad and you should feel bad?
Yes.
That's all I'm gonna do. I just want a little sign that says
Yeah.
that, and we're cool. We're friends. Like, I make bad transitions too. I want to be called out on that set. You know what I want to be called out on is not fitting the vibe. I'm done. After that, I'm done.
You know what I think one of the best things that was going on in the scene
Yeah.
was when I used to stream the Hotbox night, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And I would give all of the DJs that came and played, they left with a video. I would give them a video. I was making a video for
That's
everybody.
Cool, bro.
And one of the reasons that I was doing it is when you watch it back, you see where you messed up,
Yes.
and it'll help you. That's not to say that every DJ
Right.
was messing up, but if you watch it back, the hype is gone. There's nobody there. It's just you watching you do your thing.
Yeah,
You know what I
here.
mean?
Yes,
and
sir.
if you truly love what you do, you're going to watch it with a critical eye and be like, man, this could have been better. This could have been tightened up a little bit. And I kind of felt like, first of all, I wanted to stream it to be entertaining for my community that I have online. Also, if they watch it back, they don't need somebody to be like, oh, you messed up this, you messed up this, you messed up this. They can do that themselves and be like, man, this is where I messed up. So I felt like maybe it would help the scene a little bit if they had an account of what they did.
I mean, you're kind of giving them game film. I mean, that's huge.
You know, I hand out a little bit of game.
Now, not everyone's gonna think about
No,
that.
no,
right?
no. A lot of people will listen to it and think it's hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I listen. I think at the end of the day, respect is real, and I think that you can be very respectful and tell people, "Hey, that sucked." You know what I mean, you're able to do that. You know why? Because you're better than that, right? Isn't that respectful?
For sure.
I want to be told that. By the way, I do. Like if I mess up a transition or I mess up a set, or hey, maybe you just weren't vibing with it. As long as you can describe why, and you're not just like I hate it, right? I'm down for it. I want to hear it. I want to listen.
Where the hell did Derek go? We're about to get out of here.
I think Derek's done.
Derek, where are you?
He got tired of trying to interrupt us, so he just called it a day.
We're about to do our outro, man. Where are you at?
I'm just playing, by the way. Hey, yo, thank you for having me, man.
Oh, for sure. Hang on, we're not doing the outro
No,
yet.
I know.
We're
I'm
waiting
just
for,
saying, this is great.
Bro, it was a pleasure. Let me see where this fool went.
My favorite part was him calling me a kid. That was the best.
Oh, there
you
he
could do
is.
that all day long.
Yo, we're about to do the outro, man. What the hell are you doing?
Dude, no, that's not this place. Sorry.
All right, we're about to hit the old Dusty. Hold on
Can
a
we hit
second. Wait a
some?
minute.
Can we hit some?
Okay, first of all, calm
Can I
down.
hit it?
Calm down. Calm down.
In the
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this episode of Talking with Thaiger. I have been your host, Mr. Thaiger Adinaldo. Joining me today on the left would be Mr. Derek, aka I'll let him say it. Tell him your bro. There's a method to it, bro. Okay. Now, like I was saying, tell them your name and how they can find you online.
So it's Derek Helton, the WolfDaddy. So on Instagram, it's going to be _WolfDaddy.
And Mr. John, aka John in real life.
That's me.
Go ahead and tell the people how they can find you online.
Absolutely. Before I do, just kidding.
Wrong camera. Okay,
hey,
there we go.
Before I do, shout out my boy Thaiger. All right.
Hey.
Amazing photographer. He makes me look good on everything. So F-Stop, CEO, check that out. But yeah, so follow me on SoundCloud, John in Real Life, Instagram, John in Real Life. Don't find me on TikTok. I don't go there. But if you do, I don't know what you're talking about. And yeah, man, you can catch me at Spotlight on Sundays. That's where you can catch me. How about that?
Hell yeah.
Come hang out. Come
Love it. And I have been your host, Mr. Thaiger Adonaldo. You can find me at Thaiger39. It's Thaiger 39. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, OnlyFans, Christian Mingle, Bumble, Tinder, Farmers Only.
Hey,
anywhere that there is
a
social media platform and there is a handle, you can find me at Thaiger39. You can also check out the podcast after the fact. Just go to youtube.com/Thaiger39. You can find us on Spotify. Just look for Two Endangered Mammals, because Two Endangered Mammals is still a thing. We are getting out of here. Remember, you can catch us on the Discord. If you don't know where it is, just type !Discord in the chat on Twitch. Join us on the Discord. That's where we talk about everything. In the meantime and in between time, people, remember, I love your faces.
And
hold on.
Tonight,
I hope you have Derek. Shut the hell up. I love your faces. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday, and I will see you on the next stream. Peace.
Church. That was fun, bro. Oh fucking. Oh.